Hello everyone, it's me Christine again. Hello, Holo Royalty, Holo Swatchers, Holo Explorers, and everyone in the chat. Hello, there's a sprout caught in my throat. What happened there? Something's growing inside of me. Hello everyone, how are you? Good morning, welcome on, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone it is, whatever garden zone you live in. Welcome on in. It's that time of year. It's Holo Royalty's moment, and it's also the moment for our biggest customer exclusive sale of the year. I know the loyalty sale is beginning at the same time as the new collection drops. Too long didn't listen. Sale and new garden theme collection. There. That's all you need to know. Just a little bit of stream business before we get started. Thank you. You like my garden crown? Thank you. My garden shirt. My necklace is crooked, but it's very heavy. It's real, obviously. Welcome on in to the mods, the cats, the dogs, the Mensch gang, your moms, everyone, and we have a new mod on deck for YouTube stream chat today, Amateur Nail Art, whose name is also Christine. So welcome to Amateur Nail Art. Who's gonna help out the wonderful Simply Mod team. Christine with an H. I can't call you Christine. That's just too weird for me to say my own name. So you will hereby be known as Amateur. That's your short form name. We got Melon, Holo Combo, Bentendo. Amateur, Carol, Katie, Casey. Those are our wonderful stream mods. So huge welcome. And just a friendly reminder for those chatting in the stream, we'd love to see you chat and, chill with us. You have to be subscribed to chat. Subscribing is free. It just protects against bots. Boo, bots. But there is no customer service for Holo Taco in the chat. If you have any questions about your order or that kind of stuff, please contact Holo Taco customer service directly. Support at holotaco.com. Our moderators in chat are simply just for the Simply live stream chat. They keep the chat a wonderful, cozy space, help you with minor chat questions, but mostly here for the vibes, here to make things, garden ready. And they help with timestamps, which is very useful for VOD watchers. Shout out to the VOD squad who's watching this garden show later. Everything goes live at 11:30, so that's in 20 minutes from now if you're watching live. Our new collection and the loyalty sale happen at the same time. Now, technically, the Holo Taco team, big shout out to them, might be updating the website with some sale banners and prices and whatever, but just before that hits in 20 minutes. So hold your little horsies. Yes, so some people are saying some things is already activated. That's just to make sure that everything was good to go for the drop of the new collection. But just hold off until everything is ready, unless I guess you want to get ahead of things. But don't place multiple orders. That makes it very challenging for the operational team. They're not going to be able to bundle all your orders. So don't do that unless you want to have multiple orders, I guess. The choice is yours. This is your launch. You do whatever you want. And am noting that I am seeing a lot of member chats and super chats, and I really appreciate it. I will do my best to get to them when I can. This is going to be a little bit busier of a stream as usual than usual. Sorry. Sorry. Wow, I said that so Canadian. The heck? But yeah, this is one of our biggest launches of the year. It is the Holo Royalty Custom Collection release. And why don't I just show it to you? Okay, everything's dropping in 18 minutes, but let me just show you, and then I want to walk you through our cute little deck. Music is a little loud. Thank you, mods. Let's put that down. Reminder to redeem your rewards. Yes, log into your Holo Taco account. The loyalty sale only works if you're logged in and you are one of the 3 tiers: Holo Explorer, Holo Swatcher, or Holo Royalty. Your discount is commensurate to your tier. So if you are Holo Royalty, you get 20% off site-wide excluding new products. New products includes the new Holo Royalty collection, which I'm going to unpack for you shortly, and also our latest Oat Garbage capsule collection. So that's like Born Ugly and Friends. But everything else, you'll get 20% if you're Holo Royalty, 15% if you're Holo Swatcher, and 10% off if you're Holo Explorer. So great time to stock up on glossy tacos, hand cream, nail oil refills, any of the recent launches that you just that you were missing, or things that you didn't pick up yet, like the jellies. Those are going to be on sale. The toppers, new magnetics. We did restock some of them. So yeah, lots of good stuff, you know, or some classics. Maybe you need like an extra one coat black. I do. Gift cards are excluded from the sale, I think was the last note of exclusions. All right. Shall we unpack our garden collection? This is Holo Royalty's 2026 designed custom collection. They voted in 2 surveys last year and arrived at this 5-piece nail polish collection. They didn't know about the bag, actually. This purple Holo bag was a surprise because it's been a while since we've done a bag. And I just I saw this color and I was like, I'm going to need it. I'm going to need this purple Holo bag. It is real Holo. And it has silver chrome accent zippers. So there's silver chrome on the front. Let's open her up. See what you did for yourselves this year. It's purple inside too. Cute little lavender lilac color. Let's unpack, shall we? Oh no, we gotta cover my red watch. That is not the vibe. This bracelet's gonna jingle. Actually, I should put this under. I just realized the shirt has thumb holes. Perfect for my green thumb. Uh-oh. Oh no, Ben, you put my bracelet on my shirt. It's stuck. Okay, not this thumb hole, just this one. All right. Oh, a prepped swatch wheel. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 again. There's just one of them in a carton to show you the carton. There's 5 nail polishes and a nail file. Custom new mint gradient nail file. So cute. And that's the inside of the bag. Same as the silver Holo from 2 years ago, if you recall. So you've got a double on that side, and then a little a quad that can hold 4 Holo Taco bottles on that side. But a very good size. People use this for like travel stuff as well. So not just a nail polish bag. It's a throw whatever you want. Your garden tool collection. Give me the file. All right, macro camera on. Will the nail file be limited edition? Everything in the Holo Royalty Garden Variety collection is limited edition. So, purple Holo bag, nail file, all the 5 new nail polishes. Let's take a closer look. You're a huge green lover. Green and purple lovers are absolutely eating this collection because that's all it is different shades of green and purple. Let's take a look. Stunning. Okay. Ready? You ready for it? Purple Flake Taco. That's a purple metallic foil flake. I have it over top of one coat black. It's like gold flake taco, red flake taco, silver flake taco, but purple. So it's metallic foil bits. I also sponged it on this thumb. So that's kind of fun. Then we have Sage the Day, which is a sagey, cool toned green crushed Holo with added blue micro shimmer that you guys voted on. We're gonna go through the data, of course, but I think you made the right decision because that blue is crazy. Like, it just hits so hard. It's like an iced sage. And then we have a pastel opalescent lilac jelly called No Apologies. No Apologies, that for birthstone I didn't do opal for my birthday. I did a hot pink. But, you know, for Holo Royalty, we decided let's give them basically a lilac opal. So this one is she's very pretty. She's a pretty girly. And then we got a Keep It Evergreen. This is, maybe it looks kind of familiar. If you recall Peridot Bother Me from the Birthstone collection, that kind of limey peridot green shiny shade that had reflective glitters in it and kind of shifted. That's what this formula is inspired by, but make it an emerald leaning deep teal. So you're gonna get those like dark sides and a little bit of iridescent shift, because it's kind of a custom blend of micrometallics, but also a shimmer and scattered holo and reflective pigments that you're kind of picking up in the bottle here, but as always, reflective pigments are seen with a flash on. She is absolutely stunning. I'm wearing her across my whole other hand. And don't worry, we're going to do all the comparisons next. That's def going to be the fave. We'll see. I know chat's going to beg me to keep it evergreen on the website, but it is currently limited edition. And last but not least, a surprise that I didn't let on. I kept this a secret in the garden. This is Sprout a Control because we threw in a thermal. This is the cold state, okay? It's a purple with green shimmer. That's what it looks like cold. I am currently very cold because we made sure it was cold in here because it gets warm as the computer heats up. So you'll know when I'm warm because it'll turn into a pastel pale kind of sage green, but the shimmer is maintained. It's a stunner. It is tying in the purple and the green together. So based on the mood board that was voted on by Holo Royalty, we wanted to like come up with a thermal that combined both of them. And I thought that that was just like so pretty, like as a nice little surprise. So good news if you like a thermal, nice little surprise. So 5 different formulas, 1 topper, 3 different unique mixes of formulas, and then 1 thermal. And let's see them matte just for fun while we're here. Okay, like anything with iridescent flakes or shimmer really hits so hard when you put a matte taco on. I like how you can, well, it's like really throwing the color. There's so much purple and green, like now I'm yellow. Here, I'll take my hand out so you can get a better view. You can really see the asymmetrical flakiness and also in No Apologies. Right? It's kind of a blend of different types of unicorn skins, different sizes. So it's not necessarily like our unicorn skin toppers. It's a little bit different. We've got a custom blend in there. And in Keep It Evergreen, when it's matte, you can actually kind of see the reflective pigments. Now they're not going to reflect in the same way, but you know what I mean, right? So seeing something matte, I think kind of helps you see the composition a little bit better, even if maybe it's not your desired way to wear it, or maybe it is. Like matte kind of gives more plant vibes, right? What's more similar to nature? Is it glossy? Do my customers like nature yet? Because you picked the most nature-like palette. Someone said dragon eggs and yes. Wow, No Apologies matte, right? Is the purple topper shifting to pink? No, it's a straight up purple metallic foil flake. It is not a multi-chrome flake because those weren't reading like very purple. This we wanted to make sure it's like, no, it's indisputably purple metallic flakes. When the light hits it just right, it kind of pops, right? But yeah, she's a very like royal purple, but super versatile. You could put this on whatever you want. I do have some combo wheels already prepped, but we could do a little fun as well. And oh, our cartons. Okay, look at this. Is probably one of my favorite custom unit cartons. I mean, I love the tie-in to like the plants and the purple and the green, but it's just so fun. Like this one looks good on your shelf. You know how we started with royalty? We mostly did like silver cartons, silver holo for the first 2 years, and then we went disco cowboy crazy like orange and pink. But this one is super cute, especially if you're like a plant girly. This is a good one to hang on to keep in your display rack. Gorgeous, thank you. Royalty cartons are always fun. Aw, thank you. I'll let our graphic designer team know. And there, see? On the side, Holo Royalty Limited Edition Nail Polish 2026. So you know when you keep them, where it comes from. And so all the polishes will come in this special unicarton. If you buy the bundle, you get a discount. And you get the bag, the new nail file, and all the 5 polishes in this cute little unit carton. You can also pick up every single nail polish and the file and the purple holo bag on their own. So everything is sold individually while quantities last, of course. So if you weren't looking for the whole collection, or you want backups of your favorites, or you want an extra nail file or an extra pouch, whatever, you can pick all those up individually too. We always do our best to make sure that's possible. We made it possible for this launch. Just based on the world, I don't know if I can do that forever for everything and always, but it's always my goal to do that, and that is what we are doing on this launch. So you can pick up everything individually if you want. Get your doubles. Everyone's saying Ben is nice. What did he do? That's so rare. Oh, he gifted memberships. Aw, thanks, Ben. Oh, because Menchie Gang is tomorrow. So 20 extra people will be joining if they wish. Menchie Gang, which is the exclusive extra bonus stream I do once a month. Usually the last Sunday of the month. It's going to land on tomorrow. I'm going to be exhausted tomorrow. We're going to chill. We're going to have a debrief. It's going to be good for me. And yeah, maybe I won't be as a high-strung plant tomorrow, but we'll be more grounded, I guess, as they say. So that's tomorrow at 2 p.m. It's already populated. If you're in the Menchie Gang, you will see that on the memberships tab on YouTube. This might be my favorite collection ever. Everything is perfect. Thank you. This one goes out to like all the purple green lovers or anyone who loves plants. Like, it's so pretty. Now let's take a look at the file. Okay. So same quality that you know and love. It is a full-size check glass file. Glass files are much better, in my opinion, than emery boards or metal. They last basically forever. Basically, just like don't throw it against the wall or use it as a weapon. But they really do a better job at sealing the edge of the nail as you file. It may take some getting used to for people who've never used it, because it's like kind of weird feeling. I hear that feedback. But once you get used to it, like, you never go back. And look at the other side. Look, cute little sprout, cute little garden. And you know what it reminds me of? You know, like if you have a garden and there's those little tags that like say what plant is in it, like those stakes, right? So like you put this in the ground, you're like, flowers are here. What type of flowers? That's what this is like. It's like a little garden stake. It's so cute. And there it is with Sage the Day. Can't wait to dig into this collection. Thank you. That's a good one. But yeah, it's our usual full-size, double-sided, has a little gradient, but it's that in that mint green. It comes in this little case as always. And here is the purple holo pouch up close. I use these bags as my like travel bag. I put like toothpaste and everything else in it. Let's get focused. Oh yeah, stunning. So you got a Holo Taco silver plate there. You got a little cute little zipper logo there. And then the inside is like cushioned, has a little bit of padding in it, but perfect to like, you can put like makeup compacts in there. And these are sized so you can put the nail polish bottles in. So I'll just show you one. There, look, she's all tucked in, ready to go to bed. But the elastic keeps it in so it's not gonna fall out. There you go. We just unpacked our garden set. So, what do you think? You don't need to know my name. You already know my name. Okay. I I'm also going to show you the how we got here deck, but since it's almost 11:30, we've got 3 minutes. Let's save it so we can debate it. The weed collection, no. This collection is way too pretty to be weeds. You want ugly? You go back to April Fools, because Haute Garbage, we still have some. They're limited edition, but if this collection is too pretty for you, don't worry. You got the ugly collection already. We want to make sure there's something for everyone. Ugly shit or pretty garden things. Just garden girlies. It's live? What do you mean it's live? Okay. Everyone hold on. It's not live. It's giving ick still. You lied to me. Shall I refresh? The whiplash between the last launch. I know, honestly. Like, we go from this to... It's giving ick to... It's still giving ick. It's not... Guys, the team has not fully updated it. Okay. Give it 1 minute. They're all like this. I could just imagine the team is just like... They have like 87 monitors up. Yes, maybe it's in part of the website, but not on the homepage yet. But we can wait until it's on the homepage. You have it now? You're checking out? Oh my lord. Don't take it all. Okay, let's... Ready? Freshly sprouted! Wow. Loyalty sale starts now, and so does the launch of Holo Royalties Custom Collection 2026 edition, the Garden Variety Collection. Let's take a look. Shop Royalties Designs. Okay, my computer is doing weird things to the banner. But let's dive right in. Holo Royalties Garden Variety Collection. Look at all the beautiful purple and plants. Holo Royalty Garden Variety Collection special bundle price. Again, this is not included in the sale, but we did give a hero bundle if you want everything. There you go. And just want to note on this one that this item, as well as the purple holo bag, is expected to ship within 2 to 3 weeks. I know that's not that much further than the 8 to 10 business days that we typically state during big launches, but just to be safe, we know it might take like a couple more days than that longest timeline. So just wanted to let you guys know that so no one is concerned, but you will always get an email when it ships. The team is just working on it. We got this. But we also just like a little bit of extra transparency. So, Holo Royalties Garden Variety Collection. Everything is limited edition. You can get the whole bundle for a bundle price at $95 US, or you can pick up everything individually. Let's see what we got. If you want doubles, you can stock up on those because, again, everything is limited edition. Mint condition glass nail file, custom, cute little mint color with some sprouts and leaves on it. A purple holo pouch. Perfect for travel, carrying your nail polishes around, or it just looks very cool. I'm like, I just want to carry this around. People go, wow, what is that? Also, like, I kind of want clothes that look like this now. Purple Flake Taco. Purple metallic foil taco. You know her as like gold flake taco, red flake taco, RIP, silver flake taco, like that, but make it purple. Sage the Day, which is such a stunning, more muted crushed holo, but it has a blue micro shimmer flare that really brings it into a more like cool tone minty vibe. I love this one. I feel like this is going to be a great color for spring. So is No Apologies. Royalty has no apologies for their votes. Nor do I for inserting this opal edition into this collection instead of Birthstone. But this is a very pretty pastel lilac-y jelly, kind of a custom formula that doesn't really, it's not like exactly like anything else in particular. It's probably closest to Off the Deep End, but because it's more of a pastel jelly, it reads quite different than those more like vibrant colors. But it has iridescent unicorn skin type flakes and some scattered holo in it to really bring it that like lilac pastel glow. It looks beautiful in the shade too. Then we have Keep It Evergreen, which is a stunning, more metallic coated, but with a bit of shifting shimmer formula. It's kind of a hybrid formula. It's closest to Pear Don't Bother Me, if you recall from Burstone, but in a more deep evergreen, emerald, teal leaning shade. And lastly, Sprout of Control, because that's us when we were like, let's throw in a thermal that changes from green to purple just to tie everything together. So yes, it changes color depending on your temperature or the temperature of the atmosphere. My atmosphere is cold right now. There, you want the finger? And we're gonna watch the video on the Holo Taco YouTube channel. But there you go. So, what are you guys getting? And don't forget, the new sale starts. So I'm not gonna sign in because I've deleted. I'm on like private or something. But make sure you sign into your account so you can get the discount. And I am noting in the chat that there is possibly an error where people are getting a discount on something that they aren't supposed to. I will let the team work on that, and customer service will, you know, make all good. So shop as you wish, and or customer service will help you out. But otherwise, checkout is working, right? That's more important. Just making sure, like, it's not broken, the website's working. And just leave it on this page. Yes, checkout is working. Didn't take long. That's what we like to hear. Will we be charged extra later? I'm gonna say no. Now we can't. Because I said no, we're not gonna do that. This is, if we made a mistake, then we made a mistake. If you do have a question about your order, then yes, please contact customer service. But it's working. I just got discount on the model. Yeah, I think there was a little hiccup with that. Oh, I can see they removed that so that your loyalty, I'm just literally guessing out loud here. I think they removed that so your loyalty discount then goes on this rather than having the bundle discount but no loyalty discount. Does that make sense? I think that's like was maybe the quickest fix. I'm just guessing. I'm not in IT. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. Hope all, I obviously, like, if there's a better whatever, we can work it out with customer service. Yeah, just make sure you're signed in so you're getting your loyalty discount. Woohoo, bag secured, nice. Sparkling shit, bye-bye. It's gone? No. Already? Oh, it's gone from here. You're lying. Oh, it's gone. Okay. One other thing to know about our annual loyalty sale is y'all are fiends of the garden and things start clearing out. So we do our best to boost up stock of like classics, like make sure like Glossy Taco and like those things that people are really after, including recent collections that people maybe were holding to like bundle their order on. We do our best to make sure that everything is stocked, but stuff that is limited or that we were gonna run out of anyways does go fast. So sparkly shit, I guess I'm not surprised that this is what did it to it. Goodbye, sparkly shit, RIP. So if you want anything else from the Haute Garbage collection, like No Smoking, Dirty Martini, or Born Ugly, now would be the time to add them, especially because you're getting 20% off if you're Holo Royalty. Those discounts will appear in cart. You don't need a code. You don't need to do anything. You just need to be logged into your cart. The sale for the loyalty sale lasts until Monday. So you have all weekend, but I will suggest that you just, if you're here watching this or when you're watching this on VOD this weekend, the earlier you order, the more likely you're going to get all the things you wanted to pick up. Just the later we get into the sale, the closer to Monday when it's going to be over, we're not going to be restocking things that went out of stock during this time, generally speaking. So make sure you get everything you want by picking up as soon as you hear this message. If it's Monday and you're listening to this and things are already gone, I am sorry. I tried. Chris, I got the new collection, but it got discounted and feel bad because it wasn't supposed to. It's okay. I love Holo Taco. It feels like I'm stealing. You're stealing from my garden. You know what? I'll allow. Because I appreciate our customers. We appreciate our customers. Sometimes things happen. I literally, like, Ben's like, oops. He's just texting me. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna make an executive decision right here live. It's all good. It's all good in the garden hood. Do not feel bad. Just feel happy that you're getting new nail polish. Okay, before we watch the Holo Taco video and do a deep dive into the formulas and get into comparisons and all that, I do want to walk you through how we got here and the story behind the Holo Royalty Custom Collection. Now that you've seen it all, maybe we should do one quick pictures preview, okay? I'll just do that quickly, and then I want to walk you through my cute little deck. All right, so Holo Royalty Garden Variety Collection. Your green thumb is showing. Cultivate 5 new botanical shades rooted in our customers' imagination. From a lush purples to garden-worthy greens, the limited edition Garden Variety Collection was grown to perfection by our very own Holo Royalty members. Is that you? I'll do a poll. Now ready to be picked with perfectly paired garden accessories. So actually, let me put up a poll. We love data. Are you in Holo Royalty? Actually, here, so let's do this better. What Holo Taco loyalty tier are you in? I do love seeing how many Holo Royalty members are on stream. Because you guys know the backstory behind these polishes, or like how we got here. Excuse me. Assuming you were in Holo Royalty when we did surveys in June and October of 2025. Okay. All right, poll is up. Let me know using the poll if you're currently in Holo Royalty or Holo Swatcher or Holo Explorer. You just hit Royalty? Yes, congrats. Thanks for being you. Thank you. I now work with data and the Danish government while having the most fab nails. Oh my god, I love that. You got me out of depression into the best life. Oh, I appreciate that, and I'm glad you found something to be passionate about that brings you joy. You know, nail polish, sparkles, and also data. That's pretty sick. We love data. Holo Royalty loves data too. Just quick glance through these pictures. We got purple flake taco. There it is over a few different over naked nails is absolutely stunning, assuming your nails like aren't stained and you don't like that look. And it's like a little bit of mold growing in the garden, at least on me. My nails are like kind of green tinted from the oat garbage collection right now. We have it pictured over Not Milky Way. There's also some other ideas in the Purple Flake Taco listing. Over Black Classic, we have Sage the Day, a stunning, this is like such a good wedding color. Like if you're doing a cool toned mint green, sage green, but you want like a blue shimmer or something. I foresee this being picked up for people who are like, whose bridesmaid dresses, for example, as we go into wedding season. I really like this one. Actually, fun fact, my sister's at a wedding this weekend, and the bridesmaid dress that she's wearing is kind of like a sagey green, but she wanted to do contrasting colors nails, so I painted her nails with no apologies because the other theme color is a pastel lilac, so it kind of worked out perfectly. Just so happens that like one of her friends' weddings is literally those two colors, so I did gift the bride our new collection too. I was like, here, that's my wedding present. Unfortunately, I cannot attend. I have to attend Holo Royalty with you, with Chad instead, which is always a pleasure. Don't worry, I wouldn't miss it for the world. But yes, my sister is currently wearing this to one of her best friend's weddings. Then we got Keep It Evergreen. I feel like this is gonna be a strong one. People really love cool toned deep greens that are shiny, that like really stand out. See, I put it all on my other hand so you can get the full impact. There's something about the way this formula, when the light hits, similar to like our micro metallic flakes, but also Pear Don't Bother Me, because there's shimmer in this. It's not just metallic foil flakes, it's a little bit different. You can see kind of on the far edge, you're getting a little bit of purple. That's a multichromatic shimmer, I guess is the best way to describe it. So it's a mixed blend. It also has scattered hollow and reflective glitter. We're out of control for this launch with this light pale green to a purple thermal. Yes, this changes colors depending on the temperature. This is the transition state where the tips tend to be cooler because the air is generally cooler than your body temperature. So your body temperature, if you're running warm, I'm not, right? Like I'm currently cold, so I'm unlike these photos currently. I usually do run a little bit colder. You love thermals? Good. So do 60-something% of you. It's on the deck. We'll get there next. There's some macros. Ooh, yes. When the light hits, all of them have a unique, different sparkle. Whether it's hollow, shimmer, or metallic, everything in this collection scintillates, but like in like a pretty way. Like a sparkling garden. Sparkling secret garden vibes. Very proud of this collection and the colors, and I just think this is going to be like a universal, easy to wear set. You could easily pair in a Skittle a purple and a green. There's a dark option and also a lighter option. These are great springtime colors, and I think there's a little bit of something in here for everyone. If you're like, I like it darker and shiny, or you're like, no, give me pastel girly. It's like dew in the morning of the garden. So happy to have a topper this time. Yes. Royalty did amazing. Yeah, so let's go into their deck. But let me close this off first. And I think what I'm going to do is just switch the music. So we've been hearing the same thing over and over. Is No Apologies kind of Krelly-ish? Yes. We're going to watch the Holo Taco YouTube video, which we'll be doing a deep dive on formulas. It's kind of like a tinted jelly that has a little bit of a milkiness just to give you a bit of coverage. Otherwise it'd be like totally clear in a topper, but we wanted it to be a buildable lilac base. But it is sheer on the first coat, for example. No Apologies is a cute name. Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna switch to another song. Let's do this. All right. Cheers. Okay. I asked chat, what Holo Taco loyalty tier are you in? 90% of people who are currently here, there's over 3,000 people watching this stream right now. 1,800 of you voted. What are the other 1,000 and change doing? Just vibing, just watching. Are you gardening? 90% of you are in Holo Royalty. Wow, that's crazy. Now, I've done this poll before. It was high. It was like 70 or something, right? Like 70, maybe 80. but like this is higher. I know part of it, like there's a few reasons why. First, this is a bit of a self-selected audience, meaning it makes sense to me that at least a high proportion of stream is going to be in Holo Royalty because you guys are super duper into the community. You love watching streams with me, you love Holo Taco, you want to hear about it, you want to be like in the moment. So it makes sense that there's 90% Holo Royalty on stream. 90% of our customers are not in Holo Royalty because that would not be a very exclusive loyalty program, would it? So, just to be clear, that's not what this data means. It is just out of the people who are voting in this chat. So that makes sense to me. But 90 is still higher than it was like in the past, right? I feel like it was more like 70 or 80. Sorry, I apologize. I just lowered the music. But yeah, and it's our picks for this collection. Another great point, this is your collection. So the people who are in Holo Royalty voted on this collection. They voted on the color story. They voted a bunch of stuff in. So they want to see, like, what's the tea? What came of this? And then the other reason is the raw number of people in Holo Royalty shot up last year when we bumped everyone up a tier. After we increased prices, which was that last summer? I'm losing track of time. Then later in the year or something, we bumped them up. So that is still in effect, in theory, even if you didn't like change your spending habits at Holo Taco. So there's a few reasons. But yeah, I'd love to have you here. All right. So every year for the past 4 years, we've wanted to allow our customers to come up with their own collection. Now, that means taking the aggregate of our customers' wishes, their wants, the vibes they're looking for a new collection, and also using our own discretion so that it doesn't always end up the same. Spoiler, things we learned from the first and partially the second Holo Royalty release. But let's talk about how we came to this year's Holo Royalty Garden Variety 2026 custom voted collection. Holo Royalty are in the top tier of our customer loyalty program, and they got emailed a special exclusive survey link to participate in designing what polish or collection they wanted to see back in June and in October of last year. So it's a 2-part survey, and yes, it takes that long. We are at the end of April 2026, and we started asking you questions almost a year ago. And really, we should be asking even earlier than that. Because supply chain. But, you know, I also don't like the idea of like asking you a year and a half in advance because it's so far. So like this launch is kind of an exception in terms of timelines because I'm fighting with like trying to make it as relevant and close as possible to when you last answered questions or saw content and us releasing it, which is very tricky in this day and age. But yeah, you'll take all the surveys. I hope it's not a burden because I love asking you things, and I will continue to ask Holo Royalty infinite amounts of questions. There were questions in these surveys that weren't even about your custom collection. It was about like advent calendar and other stuff that I'm just like, let's just tack that on. Let's just get some more data. But I do love that you guys love answering questions and filling out surveys. Because it's fun for you to like maybe get a sneak peek, see where our head's at, but also give me your information. The more information I have about you and what you like, what you didn't like, the better we can do as a brand to deliver what you're looking for. So, love when you answer the stream polls too. Do you recall signing your NDA? Whose lawyers am I gonna contact? Who leaked anything in the Simply Discord? Definitely not almost all of you. Yeah, sign your NDAs in the chat. Thank you. The NDA emote in the chat is available to Menchie Gang members. More surveys, please. NDA, what's that? It means non-disclosure agreement, where it's legally binding. When you put NDA in the chat, it means you can't repeat anything that is labeled confidential information, which is everything. For legal reasons, this is a joke, but we love making legal jokes. Or shall I say illegal jokes? Wait. That has a different meaning. That's not what I meant. Okay. Anyways, the NDA can't hurt you. It's not real. The NDA. All right. We asked you probably over 30 questions. No, more than that between the two surveys. But here's just some examples. Holo Royalty Custom Polish 2026. This was an undeveloped Sprout-based banner that was used in the second one. Obviously, development happens over the course of the year, so ignore the aesthetics on that one. But we asked things like, if you must pick one, what nail polish color is your absolute favorite? We asked you to build your formula case. What types of formulas did you want? We also asked you this or that. First instinct, don't think, just pick a prototype. Don't take your time, just react. What are you feeling? Survey design part 1. This was the initial stages. This was back in June 2025. It was open-ended in order to allow us to arrive at a theme first. So if you recall, for Disco Cowboy, which was last year's Holo Royalty exclusive collection, we actually led with a theme concept, and then you started picking things, right? We took that part away this time and kind of reverted back to year 2, which was a little more open-ended. So we asked you how many polishes do you want? What colors do you like? What tones and undertones do you like? We asked you color stories, formulas, mix-ins, topper style, and a new question on long lost but missed retirees, just to get to a vibe. I also saw some of you eagle-eyed Holo Detectives noticing that our first email was kind of court themed, right? We were like, Holo Royalty has been summoned for polish duty, whatever. Okay. That didn't mean that the collection was going to turn out to be a court or justice themed concept. I really wanted to let the winning mood board drive the concept rather than last year, which we kind of picked a concept and then you picked which concept and colors you liked. So we did it differently. The Holo Court is now in session was just more of a fun way to engage you to answer a survey, or I thought it was fun. So, but if it inspired you, then maybe you would pick a palette that could fit that, and if it inspired us, then maybe we would have gone that direction. But we really wanted just to let the results drive the concept. So, it was more of an activity. Here's some examples of survey 1. We asked you which color. If you had to pick one, do you love in a nail polish? And also, which of these color stories do you connect with the most? There were 6 options, and we worked with our team, creative director, to come up with 6 mood boards that didn't feel like an existing collection, cohesively from a assortment perspective, to make sure that whatever we did release wasn't like a collection before it, right? Because if we just let you pick what color, then we just end up with purple. Year 1. So we did this one, and not everything has purple on purpose because we wanted to see where people would land. I have the results coming up next. We also asked you what type of topper you would like to see in Holo Royalty collection because I really wanted to inject a topper in this year's, to be honest. And here's just an overview of the evolution of our Holo Royalty survey. With every year, we learn something new. But one thing is not new. Your favorite color is always purple, according to the statistics. So that has never changed. But the methodology and how we collect the information, how we ask the question, or how we decide to incorporate that into the prototypes or the final assortment has changed because we learned things, right? So year 1 was literally straight up data. The top colors, top prototypes win. I basically didn't do anything except take the winners and turn them into the 3 polishes. And we had a classic Holo Royalty kind of theme. It was the debut collection. There was a trio, and it was basically purple, light purple, and pink with pink shimmer. Year 2, we gave you a mood board so that we didn't end up with just purple, purple, and purple. One of the mood boards was the Shimmering Secrets mood board, right? So that's where you ended up with great keeps, actually, like Teal No Lies. That one ended up coming back. I know Spyglass is another coveted one, but Sage Today is kind of similar to Spyglass, but green. So there's that if you love Spyglass. We upped it to 4 polishes, and we gave you a silver holo bag. Year 3, we had to lean harder into mood boards that were definitely not all purple vibes, okay? So we kind of forced it on you. And Disco Cowboy was the winning mood board theme and concept direction. It had like that bright orange, and it did have a purple, because for that one shade, you had the option between what became Cool Ranch, which was like the dirty kind of Cool Ranch mauvey color with the aqua alien shimmer, and Moonlight Rodeo. And that one, that purple, won by a landslide, which I showed you the data in last year. So you again opted for a purple over a not purple. But we brought you Cool Ranch and Declassified. So I'm very excited that that kind of like weird one was ultimately saved, just in another way later in the year. But that was Disco Cowboy. There was no merch in that one. It was in a super carton. This year we dropped the super carton, but we have custom unicartons. But we added a purple holo bag and a nail file. So the nail file is a first. A custom colored holo bag is also a first. We've never done a colored holo bag before. And we've got 5 new polishes, 2 new merch items, and this time the winning mood board dictated the concept. So we arrived at the plants garden variety theme after these results. Here they are. Okay, so during Disco Cowboy, it was more of a tie between 2 mood boards, and so 2 of them ended up kind of getting merged. When we presented Holo Royalty with these 6 mood board options, the purple and green, what we labeled as vibrant and earthy palette, was a clear winner, right? So I asked it a few different ways. What was your first choice if you had to pick one mood board? What do you vibe with the most? Vibrant and earthy, purple and green, won out very clearly to me. Even as the second choice, it was also the top voted. And when I aggregated, that means combined your first, second, and third choices, obviously it was also on top. So there it is. Oh wow, that's fun to see the results. I agree. That's why I'm sharing them with you. So like in Disco Cowboy, I guess there was other mood boards that spoke to people, and it was like harder for people to have a more uniform decision. This launch, it was pretty clear to me, like that's what most of you liked. If I were to split you into groups of 6, the biggest group was picking that purple and green palette. Intense and moody needs to happen too. Oh, it can, but maybe, you know, maybe it's the time of year, like you're voting in June for the mood board. This collection releases in spring. I wonder if that has to do with it. I don't think so, because like most of you aren't voting just like for seasons. But we always can do intense and moody stuff, you know, later in the year. I do think that like a dark academia or like a Holo Renaissance, right? That kind of reminds me of Holo Renaissance. I mean, these are just flat colors. There's no specialty in them, but intense and moody for autumn. Well, we have something planned for autumn. It's moody. You'll see. Okay. More data. Drilled down. Okay, let's see. The question that everyone wants to know. If you must pick one, what nail polish color is your absolute favorite? Guess what? Results have not changed. It is purple and teal. Now, in past surveys, I actually didn't have teal as a category because I just had green. So you have to kind of just appreciate that green and teal or teal and blue, like I'm splitting those, whereas I know you could also argue like, oh, well, there's like magenta in between pink and purple, whatever. I didn't want to infinitely split the color wheel, but after 2 years of doing this, people really saying, no, teal at least needs to be its own color for this vote. I accepted that, but that's kind of where I have to draw the line. We can't like infinitely go into this or else it just like dilutes the data. But I think this is super interesting, right? Purple and teal are the clear winners when Holo Royalty is asked to pick what nail polish color is your favorite. So that paired with the winning mood board, I mean, which makes sense to me, is what drove this collection. Also, no one likes yellow or orange or red. Can I also just point that out? Like, from a general consumer marketplace, you know, standpoint, you think of what's on the shelves at the drugstore, right? You think of like Sally or whatever. What colors do they predominantly or disproportionately have on the shelves, right? It's neutrals, it's pinks, it's reds, it's corals. It doesn't look like this at all. Why? I think the Holo Taco customer, and more specifically the Holo Royalty customer, which is our, I guess, most excited, most engaged customer, is just into different things. They're not, it's not that they don't like pink or neutrals, but that doesn't excite them as much. They just love purple, teal, and then we get to blue, pink, green, and red is quite low, I would say, compared to, TikTok's Red Nail Theory and Sally and every other drugstore brand, which has so many different red options. So that's a huge reason why Holo Taco releases what it does, is because this is what our most dedicated customer wants and has always wanted ever since we've done this type of research, which started at least 4 or 5 years ago. Actually, it started in the beginning, but we've refined how we ask these types of questions and in what cadence. So the number of polishes Holo Royalty hopes to see, most of you voted for 5. I mean, when you have the option to vote for more, I guess you want more. But I do like 5 because it allowed us to do a topper and still have 4 shades, which is a good balance, I thought. When asked what tone of nail polish do you gravitate towards, most of you, 36%, said you don't gravitate towards any particular tone, you equally opt for all. But I do think it's interesting that more people said medium to bright colors, 31%, than dark colors at 21%. Again, I think this is all seasonal, mood-based, how you feel, because I would gravitate towards any, right? Like I'm in the category, like I'll do all of them. Lighter pastel was very low and muted was the lowest at 5%. Top formulas, seeing the same thing every year. We've got people who love crushed hollow plus shimmer. That won out over just crushed hollow, which was its own category. And a new question that I just wanted to throw in there and see what happens. We asked Holo Royalty, we know they're deep into retirement, but vibes-wise, which retired Holo Taco polish deserves a retrial? And purple flaky Holo Taco with the 32% won out there. So that, in tandem with the what type of topper question do you want, we also asked you now pick your favorite color of the topper. There was like sub questions. This is part of what drove our decision to give you purple flake taco, because you miss purple flaky Holo Taco. They're not the same, right? That one was a more of a holographic glitter piece, and this is a metallic foil, because I don't want to give you the same things that have already been released. But the vibes of that one, I was like, let's do it. Survey part 2. You gave us a few months, we got to work, the lab made some prototypes, and in October of 2025, we delivered you some prototypes, not all of the prototypes, just the ones that we felt were ready to show you. Okay, this was not all of them, and we also narrowed it down to not give you analysis paralysis because it may look like there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 10 or something prototypes, but there was definitely a few dozen. That's just how it always is, but it's hard to see the nuance if you don't have it in person or you're not doing a bunch of videos or whatever. So I gave you my best picks of the patch. And your royalty duties awaited. You voted on prototypes. There was some new weird formulas in there. IH3 was technically a new pigment that's like an iridescent coated holographic shard kind of. But people didn't vote for it, so we didn't include it. Crushed Hollow won out, okay, compared to it. And this was actually Holo Detectives' work that kind of compiled this together. But you started to see some prototypes forming. So we pitted a few plant-inspired purples together, and we gave you LP6 versus LP3. LP6 became No Apologies, and that to me, 62% versus 38% is okay, clearly people prefer the more flaky, pastel-y vibes over the lilac metallic, which actually in retrospect was a really good decision that you didn't even know you were making, because this metallic ended up reminding me of Lust in Translation, right? That magnetic. that was released in January that you didn't even know we were developing. So I'm also was like, phew. Like, not LP3 was not magnetic, but just to be, sometimes I'm just like, okay, like I have to think about too, us and the team, what this might overlap with that you don't necessarily know because it hadn't been released in that time frame yet. So I'm happy that you preferred this for 2 reasons. Justice for LP3. It was really pretty. I do love like things with the metallic pigment. They just like look so good from far away. But this one, I feel like you guys are gonna be really happy with. It's like a garden fairy color. All right, then some more intense purples. We said, do you want purple flake taco? Or do you want a basically full coverage version of it? It's not technically the same pigment, to be clear. But it is more of a full coverage micro metallic flake. This one was close. 55% wanted the topper versus 45% wanted a full coverage metallic purple like micro flake. But like it was close enough. I could have flipped it if I had a compelling reason, but you know, with that extra 5% plus people wanted to reinstate the vibes of purple flaky Holo Taco, and people liked a metallic foil flake topper on the other results, I was like, okay, let's give them a topper and let's make it this purple. It works with the garden variety concept. It works with the color story. And I feel like Holo Royalty would really like a topper in their collection. And this one was like a clear winner. So I know MF2 is beautiful. A lot of these things are beautiful. MF2 and LP3 together are actually quite stunning. But for now, they rest buried. Seeds were planted, but they did not sprout. Pale green prototype pics. I gave you a ton of pale green stuff to look at and no emerald green on purpose. Okay, so when we pitted it, there's a few different options. Like there was this or that, and then this and that, and then this and that. So there's more than what I'm showing you here in terms of how people voted that helped us kind of arrive at where we did. But we pitted a crushed holo against more of like a shimmer formula. And crushed holo won. And if you picked the crushed holo, I then said, okay, but now pick a shimmer. In the past, we hadn't done this type of drill down because it gets quite complicated because like how many times are we going to break out into little mini surveys? But I wanted to do it just this once, just to see, like, is it possible for royalty to help me also make the decision of what color shimmer? Because I did get that feedback in the past. Like people say, oh, well, I would prefer this without shimmer, or you should have done a pink shimmer or something like that. So we also included or I don't want any shimmer, but that was only 7%. Only 7% of you said no shimmer. I excluded the 7% from this just to help us better see what color. But 40% said the blue shimmer, which wasn't that far from CH10, which was technically like an orange-red shimmer. CH11 was more of a pink leaning shimmer. But I think the blue, like, oh, it is so pretty. It helps cool it down a little bit. And I know from past surveys and just anecdotal feedback and evidence, like in our other shades that sell well, cool toned greens, people really love. Like cottagecore, those greens, time after time, touch grass, still perform so well. And Sage the Day is like a specialty version that like fits smack in the middle. Like it's like a cool mint, exactly. And that blue mint is like, it's like you're eating gum. It's like the refreshing, it's like accelerate your breath, but your nails. No copyright intended. So you guys absolutely made the right choice. I agree, CH9 blue shimmer. I'm really glad that I decided to like throw that drill down into there. Yeah. All right. We also asked you for a packaging pick that wasn't just for packaging, but it also helps inspire, you know, the set design when we do our photo shoots, the vibes, what I'm gonna wear on stream, my outfit. And most of you, 42%, said you like the plant pattern. This was just like quick mock-ups from our graphic designer. This was obviously undeveloped and we further refined it as time went on after we collected your information, but it helped inform choosing the garden variety theme and also the shade names. Right choice? Yeah. It kind of, some of the colors and some of the photo shoot looks kind of like poison ivy to me. Oh, I'll get to that in a second. Like poison ivy, which I love because there's a little bit of darkness in that vibe. But you could also see it more as like a cutesy, pastel-y, fairy in the garden vibe. And I kind of like the versatility for people, right? Depending on what angle you see more. Only 42%. Well, yeah, there was 4 categories, so that's still the majority. I just didn't put the other numbers. That's how that works in those 4 categories. If there was only 2, then 40% would not be the majority. The inverse would be. But wait, more was growing that Holo Royalty did not see. You didn't see our development of the evergreen formula, but that's because it took forever green and it wasn't ready. I had heard anecdotal feedback, and we also asked an open-ended question, which is very hard to read, thousands and thousands of them. So I thank you for contributing any open-ended questions, Holo Royalty. I do my best to synthesize and read through them, but it is very hard to summarize it. So I'm just telling you vibes-wise, there was definitely people who were like, I want Para Don't Bother Me in emerald or teal or whatever. So I took that feedback to the lab and I said, okay, we need Para Don't Bother Me. People can't shut up about. She's retired. I know she wasn't the best-selling color, but that formula, we need to do that again. But in a deep teal emerald that fit the garden variety vibes and make it dark leaning, right? Because we already had Sage the Day picked out. So this is the same polish. It's just different lighting. These were my prototypes that I didn't show you. But it's just so you can see how something leans depending on the lighting, especially when it's a metallic microfoil flake mixed with a multichromatic shimmer that leans more purple in some lights, and that's why it codes to teal when there's a certain flash on it. But if it doesn't have that and it's not leaning, it's actually more of a evergreen forest metallic, if that makes sense. It's kind of a complicated one. And our screens are doing things too. Our screens, this deck presentation, the iPhone I took this picture on, same iPhone, different lighting, or same polish, just as a cute little demo. Hold on, my music stopped. There we go. Another surprise was the thermal. Now, on that same survey, we said, thoughts on temperature reactive nail polish. We also asked the same question about magnetics while we were there collecting information. 63% of Holo Royalty said, yes, I love thermal nail polish. 13% weren't sure. 9% said, never tried, not interested. How do you know you're not interested if you never tried? I have questions for the 9%. But yeah, I know thermals as well as magnetics, not 100% of people are into them, but it's like that for any formula. Any formula, like some people might say, oh, I'm not into linear holo. Oh, I don't like glitter. Oh, I don't like crush holo. There's always going to be that. And that's the same thing for voting on anything. If we're doing education now, is that when you participate in a vote that basically operates like a democracy, right? Where the winning majority get to choose, and in this case it was split between 6 parties, 6 mood boards. There's always going to be people who don't get their first or second choice or don't see themselves in the final result, especially once we start drilling down, right? Technically speaking, statistically, only a minority of Holo Royalty got exactly what they voted for all the way through. But what's important to me is that the largest group is what's driving the decisions. And a little bit of our discretion to give you something new, to give you something that feels interesting a little surprise, a little listening to anecdotal, more qualitative feedback, like the Para Don't Bother Me. Let's transform that into an evergreen. And the thermal, we haven't done thermals in quite a while, whereas we've done magnetics a bit recently, right, with the magnetic attraction and with no smoking. So didn't want to throw a magnetic in this one, but let's give you a thermal. And we found a thermal that was purple to green. So we were like, done, sold. Surprise. You fear you're in the minority? Well, that's a good thing, right? The technical statistical minority who got everything they voted for in the survey. To be honest, I never remember what I said or chose on the surveys. What? You don't remember? Okay, just pretend you picked this then, so you're happy. You know what's funny enough more important to me than everyone getting what they want, because that's statistically impossible, but I really do try my best. What's more important to me is community participation and community engagement, having you feel part of a decision, even if it, doesn't land exactly how you wanted, but just like getting the chance to look at our prototypes, to be heard, to be part of the excitement, to see what's going on, to see the timelines, the behind the scenes, how we arrived there, to see the data, to give us your thoughts. Like, that is what is important to me about the Holo Royalty Collection. And I love seeing everyone get so excited when we send out the surveys, and people are like freaking out over what it is and debating, is it going to be this? Is this going to win? So that's my favorite part. And I appreciate everyone who is equally excited for that reason, even if you didn't get the exact mood board you wanted, because that's how statistics and voting works. I love voting, right? Okay, bonus special edition. You didn't vote on this, but we were working hard behind the scenes to get you some exclusive merch this time. It didn't happen last year, but I was like, no, I'm determined to get them like some extra garden tools. And that came a bit later with the theme development. But once we landed on that kind of plant-based cutesy garden vibes, we were like, okay, mint green nail file, beautiful, love it for spring. It's a cute collectible, and let's put some plants on it, and then it looks like a garden stake. Like, it's perfect. And the purple holographic travel pouch, so we've had a silver one that was 2 years ago for Holo Royalty, exact same like super shiny holographic fake vegan leather whatever material, but in a purple swatch. There's me like testing it out, and I love this bag as like a collectible. The bag is beautiful. Thank you. Yes. Merch is very tough these days. I've talked about this on stream. I'm always talking and complaining about supply chain. If you join any stream at any time, it's just me going, fucking supply chain. So I won't belabor the point, but getting things like that bag in this era was not the easiest thing to pick out of the garden, but we did it. And that is just also a reminder to me that orders containing the new Holo pouch might be slightly delayed, just to like 2 to 3 weeks, as opposed to our 8 to 10 maximum business days, just slightly again. But I was like, okay, we can accommodate that because we had to have it. But I'm happy that we were able to pull it off and get this done. The mood board, which is less important when you think about it in this collection, because this type of collection is really just driven by your data, what your favorite color with the mood board you want to see, the formulas you're picking out, and then the mood board kind of comes in later. It's a bit backwards than how we normally do things, but it makes it fun, I think, for myself and the team. Because we will just want to see where you drive us in terms of like what we're going to prototype and where we're going to land from a creative direction standpoint. So once we had all those pieces together, then we're able to make the Holo Taco garden variety mood board. So we've got sprout of control, that color changing, like a plant that goes from green to purple. Keep it evergreen, classic. Make this one shiny though, and more deep for those who like a deep jewel toned emerald. No apologies. Oh, this is just stunning. And anyone who was like really mad at me over my birthday brat shade because you didn't get opal for October but you got pink topaz shiny, no apologies, because Holo Royalty ended up doing this for themselves. This one's, I know it's lilac, it's not a white opal, but I think it's pretty. It's very cutesy. And then Sage the Day, Holo Royalty always does. And Purple Flake Taco, just a little topper to top anything off with. Not necessarily to top, you know, this collection off with, which is already very unique formulas. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I do have some combos over cremes I'm gonna show you later. But yeah, enter the not so secret garden. Blue Flake Taco went. So I actually prototyped a blue Flake Taco, but the pigments were just like too small. And that's just like how they were manufactured. So I was like, no, it just didn't align with our standard for a metallic foil Flake Taco. So things like this happen. Like they cut them up too much. I was like, what the fuck is this? Also, it wouldn't have been for this collection anyways. And we have arrived at Holo Royalty's custom 2026 collection. It all came together and we went with a kind of poison ivy vibes, like plants, but make them splashy and shadowed and purple and very like vibrant in the art direction. And I really love the contrast of the plants and the shadows with like the purple hollow bag. And it just makes it more fun and whimsical, but in like a punchy way. And I like that that speaks to people who are into the more pastel muted fairy garden, but also a little more edgy and punchy. So you could be either. It's kind of in the middle. It's the garden variety. Grab your tools. We've got light and deep, purples and greens, pretty looking plant vibes. And I said it before, purple and green / cool tone green lovers are eating super well in this collection. This slide courtesy of the Holo Taco Detectives. You steal stuff from me all the time. I steal from you. To me, 2-3 final green polishes look teal or blue, unlike the color scheme. I thought that the emerald one was quite cool tone leaning, and so was the kind of minty green. So it was that paired with the teal result here, right? So teal being like almost double green. I know this is subject to interpretation because this is literally me just like color picking, but that's kind of what led us to the slightly more cooler toned greens, and it also just vibed better together if you keep them in the same cool range. So there's that. It's also like pigment dependent, what's working, what looks good. But yeah, there's always going to be a little bit of discretion that like we inject into it while doing our best to respect the data. All right. So, Holo Royalty, you did a good job at the garden, but what are you going to do next year? Holo Royalty 2027. Any ideas? Start now. Because probably in June, if we're following the same timeline, you're going to get a survey. Yellow? Oh no. I fear most of you would vote against that. Purple? Lol, lol, lol. Not purple or teal. See, that's what people said last year. And we gave you 6 mood boards, only one of which had purple and teal. And still people voted for purple and teal. And by a landslide. So like I can't ignore it when it's that obvious. If you at least gave me some like, oh, we can't decide, then I would pick the different one. But like, you're killing me out here. What we might have to do is just like, I mean, I thought we were solving the problem already by giving you mood boards that force you into an assortment vibe that we hadn't done before. but then it's like, we can't make them all warm tone, can we? Is that reasonable? Jellies? You just got jellies. Pastel? No one voted for pastel. Teal and blue. Well, that's your favorite colors, melon. Purple and everything, easy. That's what ends up happening if people are voting. Dark colors. How would that feel? Like, here's a gut check, okay? The month is April of 2027. Oh my God, are we 2027 already next year? What the fuck? What the helly? What the helly? That's crazy. Like, what has happened? We launched in 2019. Isn't that crazy? It's gonna be Holo Taco's 7th year anniversary this year. Okay, anyway, sorry. So I'm being sidetracked, just like looking at the year 2027. I'm like, that's so long from now. Nope, that's next year. Guys, I've been on YouTube for like 10 years. What the helly? It's also, this year is Polish Mountain's 10-year anniversary. I'm gonna have to like probably go again. I know. That'll be in June. I gotta mentally prepare. Okay. All right. Holoroti 2027. What do? We need to invent more colors. Yes. Have you heard of Olo? That's a new color. Apparently we can't get it on nails though. I'm always trying to invent new colors, but that's not how paint works for nail polish. Revamp the fire and ice theme. I love the fire and ice theme. Like, full stop. I am always putting a cool tone shimmer on a red or vice versa. Like, Freezer Burn over Devil's Advocate is actually one of my favorite combos. I love fire and ice. Solar polishes. That might be a supply chain challenge currently. Mystery theme would be cool. Well, that's what Shimmering Secrets was. Right? A little bit. I'd want a vintage collection, like Urban Decay inspired, like Haute Garbage trash with more colors. I do love the trash collection. I know it wasn't for everyone, that was on purpose, like the trash, but I like those vibes because they're different. Grungy, yeah, I love grunge. I am trash. Glitter rainbows. I think we got to do that at some point. We got to do some glittery, even if 30 to 40% of people says I don't like glitter because I don't like taking it off, which I know to be true from all of our research. I could see us just saying, fuck it, we're just doing all glitter. Which we have done, but we don't do too much because we're trying to respect mixed formula collections. Makes everyone a little bit happy. If there's a formula you don't like, you might find a different formula you like. So glitter forever. That was a YouTuber. Wow, throwback. Got my holo pouches for the ladies in my life. Nice. HT merch feels special and intentional. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love the opportunity to fold it into everyday life, right? Whenever I go on like a little trip, I always take this, where I keep my like toothbrush or makeup. It fits toothbrush too, unless you have those super long ones, a normal size toothbrush. Till No Lies formula collection. I've been loving putting micrometallic shades, just like sprinkling them in. Space collection. Well, we did the I Need Space collection, which was kind of like an anti-Valentine's Day, but not so on the nose. But we could do more like traditional space. I just thought like that was an idea way back, but I was like, I kind of want to make it more unique. All toppers. Okay. Okay, that's enough. Off topic, but super magnet restock. Unfortunately, due to supply chain, fuck. It's gonna be a few months. That was very professional of me. But yeah, hit notify me on the super magnet if you're looking for it, because an email will go out when it's restocked, but we are limited quantities and shitty timelines. Next collab is NASA. JK. You know what I was saying? I don't know who was I saying this to the other day. Someone was telling me about like some lady astronaut who like does, oh fuck, I can't remember her name. I can't remember. Not the people who currently went to around the moon or whatever, but I'm supposed to like get in touch with some girl astronaut who apparently does like fun beauty content in space or something, or like she might be interested in doing that. I can't remember her name. This is really bad. But I was curious, can you paint your nails in space? Like, does the polish just like what happens? That's kind of, no, it was not Katy Perry. That's not what I mean. Anyways, it might be kind of stupid and like not smart. Don't try this at home. Painting your nails in space. Anyways, dark moody spring collection, very rainy vibes. Okay. That's like well wishes. I know that's creme, but well wishes from Cottagecore was like the dark and rainy version of that. All right, so here's what we're gonna do next. And as always, you're welcome to share any thoughts on Holo Royalty's next collection, how to develop it. You could share with Holo Taco customer service. You could share with Holo Taco on Instagram or in comments. I'm probably more likely to read things that are commented at the bottom of this video once it's a VOD, as I always go through the comments on a VOD. Stream is hard to like get everyone's chat. Like obviously I can't read 100% of what amazing ideas you guys are sharing. But if you want to leave a comment on this actual stream after the fact, or I think you can leave one now, and then people can like it and upvote it. Then I can do my reading after, as we move into thinking about Holo Royalty 2027. I know we are got to think about it. Here's what we're gonna do next. So I'd love to walk you through the Holo Taco YouTube video, talk about the formulas, and then I have some combo wheels. I've got some purple flake taco ideas with purple and greens, and we can do comparisons. So let's do that next. I'm just gonna do a quick pee out the tea because we've been drinking too much water in this garden. And I will BRB. Let me just turn the... So refill your tea, refill your water. And let me know what ad you get. Maybe it's for a garden hose. I'm back. Also, tumbler check. This is water. but kind of matches. Wow, that's actually like perfectly matching the nail file. At least that top color. This is a David's Tea tumbler. I have a collection of like 27 of them that I've been collecting. I don't think they have this one in stock. It's probably from like 7 years ago. But I love coordinating my tumblers to the launch, just like my nails to my outfit. And my tea mug, kind of vibes. This is the Holo Taco tea mug. David's Tea still has some of these mugs. If you've been wondering or you wanted a backup of the Holo Taco mug, this was released in the David's Tea collab collection last January. But David's Tea was able to restock them, so they should have some of them, not many, left on their website in Canada and US is where they ship. And they also just restocked my Simply Maple Breakfast tea in the US. Because I know some of you were calling to me, you're like, well, why isn't it restocked in the US but only in Canada? So they fixed that. They had to like get it over the border or whatever. So good news, no, they weren't discontinuing it for now. They keep restocking it because people want it. And I'm like, I'm not mad. A Holo Taco tumbler would be so awesome. I know, I told them. I was actually at David's Tea in Ottawa. They have a store in the mall yesterday because some of their team we speak with happened to be there. So we went for a little visit and they gave me a little restock of my Simply Maple breakfast. So it's always fun seeing it in store. But we did have a little chat. And I gave them our garden variety collection. I was like, here. And they love it. They love our stuff. We love their stuff. I love tea. We need grungy mauve, deep plums, and darker color thermals. Sophia inspired since it did so well, and honestly, one of my favorites till this day. Wait, which one? Sophia's collection? One of your favorites till this day? Mm-hmm. She would be really good at consulting on colors in a volume 2, or perhaps. All right, let's get into the garden video. Gonna pull it up. 1 second. I'm just making sure the quality is set. And actually, before we even do that, I forgot to give you a ring check with the polishes. Mods, if we can time stamp this, just call it nail check. We'll do an extra little bit for my editors' purposes. Shout out to my editors. We love them. Holo Enthusiast and Eden Fox. Stunning! Beautiful! The garden variety. Nail check! I'm still cold. I'm sprout of control. Why is it so cold in here for once? This is rare. It's 20 degrees Celsius or 68.9 degrees Fahrenheit. It's better that it's cold in here though, because it gets too warm. And then I have to take off my garbage bag. I met a fellow Holo Taco fan out in the wild, went to an estate sale, and chatting with someone in line about Polish Simply fans are the best. They really are. And when you recognize that someone is wearing Holo Taco in the wild, that's the funnest thing ever. Like, if I recognize it, people usually they probably know who I am if I'm talking to them and noticing their nails. But for you, if you spot someone and you're like, oh my God, I know that's Keep It Evergreen. That's fun. All right, so here's the nails. Again, my other hand I keep her short just in case she has got to do some work in the garden. And then my main model hand has the longer nails. And I've just picked out some rings that kind of match. I like how this hand turned out to be the delicate kind of lilac more muted. There's like a bit of again, these are all fake. These aren't real. Everyone relax. I'm not married or whatever. This is just the finger it fits. Wait, left hand? Yeah, it's this hand. Cue the comments. Oh my god, you got married. No. They fit this finger. Okay. This is like a rose gold and it has these cute little, it's almost like a off amethyst color. And then that is kind of opal-y, which I like. And this is kind of a shifty pale lilac in the middle. And I thought it was super cute and delicate. And kind of gives these vibes, like these like plant, little purple plant lilac-y vibes. So I think that was very cute. Where are they from? So this one and this one is from Local Eclectic. I found them on Instagram and I was like, okay, stunning. And I started buying them because of this ring is part of their birthstone collection. And that's when I found it because I was like, I needed a bunch of different birthstone colors. This is also from Local Eclectic. So this hand is like more rose gold. This hand is more gold. This ring though is from Colorado. I don't remember the name of the store. It was like a, like a cute little boutique shop. It's not real opal. None of these are real. They're like fake costume jewelry, but very pretty. Where'd you get the headband? Amazon. Wait, let me get in closer. The headband is from Amazon and it's bobby pinned to my head. It's not a headband. It's just like a appendage that I guess you could decorate something on. And this necklace is also from Amazon. It's not very good quality. The rings are much better quality in my opinion. This is just, I don't know, to match the vibes. Where's the shirt from? Okay, I'm a fashionista now. You just want my whole outfit. The shirt is from Free People. And I actually really like these thumb holes. I just realized they have thumb holes, but Ben accidentally put the sleeve on this bracelet. So now I can't get the thumb hole. No, it's stuck. Yes, I am giving Forest Queen vibes. Thank you. The pants are just boring. They're just dark green. They're from Vuori. Wait, there's the tag. Yeah, Vuori. Also, I should have cut this tag off. That's good. The pants are just comfortable pants for streaming. I usually only costume this half of my body because you can't see the bottom anyways. The shirt is nice. Thank you. I think it's really cute too. I probably would never go for a shirt like this if it was like white or lilac because that feels very like bridal to me. I just like don't love the look on me. But it being in this like deep green color, I was like, okay, I kind of like it now that I'm in it. I don't think I would have put it on or I would have picked it from a website, but I was looking specifically for stuff that would like work with this. And now I kind of like it. So I don't know. Your chair is epic. Thank you. Yes, it's a custom gaming color chair. So that's what I do too on Wednesdays is we game. Is the shirt itchy? No. It's fine. It's actually quite like stretchy for a mesh. I'm wearing a tank top under, obviously. It's a separate tank top. It's not connected to the shirt. The shirt is all naked. So you'd have to put a shirt under your shirt. It's poison ivy. Yeah, it is kind of poison ivy. Okay. So, garden variety. Let me just name the polishes again. Purple Flake Taco. No Apologies. Sprout of Control Thermal, but I'm cold. Sage the Day. Keep it evergreen. And this is the same polish, just in our custom Holo Royalties garden variety unit carton. Stunning. Okay. Now let's watch the Holo Taco YouTube video. and I'm gonna walk you through formula deep dive. So any questions you have about the formula, and then we'll jump right into comparisons. Cheers. Those pants are giving work from home vibes. Oh yeah, that's what I'm all about. I mean, that's what I do. It's work from home. And during this video, collect your thoughts on what your favorite shade from the new Holo Royalty collection is, because I will give you early sales data while you vote. But we'll do a vote at the end. All right, ready? Don't forget to like it if you like it. You picked well. Ooh, plants. Garden Variety Collection, designed by Holo Royalty customers, 2026 edition. And merch. Shades voted in by customers in the top tier of our customer loyalty program. We've got 5 fresh formulas: Purple Flake Taco, Sage Sedate, No Apologies, Keep It Evergreen, and Sprout of Control. Everything is limited edition, and everything is purple and green. And because every gardener needs their tools, surprise, purple hollow pouch. And a mint condition glass nail file so you can keep your tips trimmed. Polishes currently blooming. First up, Purple Flake Taco. Here I'm showing her over the base shade of One Coat Black, just classic black creme, just so you can see in its purest form what the purple flake, it's not hollow. It's just my brain reverting to Holo Taco. Well, let's just get that one more time. Purple metallic foil flake topper. It sits in a clear base and the flakes lie nice and flat. So these are not like thick, heavy shards that like stick up. These lie nice and flat. You can top them on top of anything, or you can top them over top of a purple or whatever your favorite color is, or a clear plain naked nail if you want. And I've seen really good use of our toppers over top of like a naked nail, and people saying that they do that in part so they never have to worry about chipping or like tip wear. Because if you put a topper over nothing, then the edges don't really matter. And I'm like, that's actually brilliant. Now, I don't typically do that because I have yellow nails, as you know. But I did do it on my thumb just for fun, and I sponged it on. So this is Purple Flake Taco, a little bit of spongy, and then an extra coat. Just an idea. But generally just one coat of Purple Flake Taco. Always add a glossy taco on top. Our specialty toppers are not quick dry top coats because they have pigments. You got to put a real glossy taco, aka quick dry top coat, on top of your topper. And that seals it in, makes it nice and shiny and glossy, and keeps your mani lasting longer. Here's Purple Flake Taco over One Coat Black, over Not Milky White. Very versatile, could put it over different cremes. Here it is in different lighting. Again, it's a metallic foil flake. So it's shiny, kind of like silver flake taco or gold flake taco, but it's very purple. And it's going to read differently depending on like how much light you're giving it. So in the shade, you're really going to see like the asymmetrical shapes. And in a direct light, you're going to see it reflect more. There it is over Naked Nails in the middle there. And just while that's on screen, I'm going to pull out a wheel for you and show you it compared to the other flakes. The whole family of flakes is here. Guys, look, she joins the family. Okay. So, you know, rose gold flake taco, silver flake taco, gold flake taco, red flake taco, RIP. And now we have purple flake taco. Limited edition for Holo royalty because pigments. Also, that was the problem with red too, RIP. But there she is in the lineup of things you maybe already have just for comparison purposes. These two together in a combo, Manny, is already screaming at me. Do it. It's a girly. It's a girl party. Oh, there's also black flake taco. Yes. How could we forget? Black flake taco. It's just you can't see it as well in the bottle because it's black. Fallen flake taco is multi-chrome. So I would actually say that it's not the same type of pigment. It's the same type of pigment with these across because it's a solid colored metallic foil flake. Fallen flake taco is a multi-chrome foil flake. So it's kind of a different variety, if that makes sense. But yeah, I love that this is where we're at with metallic foil flake tacos. Say that 10 times fast. Where else can we go? The truth is not many options. In part for what we could use in nail polish, and in part for just foreseeable supply chains. Now, making more of them limited edition is a possibility. Like, there's already another color that I have in my mind that I've seen a prototype of. I just don't know where to put it. We'll see. But it's similar. What's similar? You think anything in this lineup is similar? Or you mean Fallen Flake Taco? Oh, yeah. I see, I don't think it's similar because it's a multi-chrome. It's just like a whole other breed. What was I gonna do? I was just gonna show you something and then my mind blanked in the garden. I was dug underground and now I'm stuck in the dirt. The wheel, duh. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Purple Flake Taco combos. I got some explaining to do because there was no room to write this on the wheel. It was too confusing. I'm gonna put my hand under so you can see, okay? Just take a little look-see. Where does your brain go to first? Let's say you are in the largest proportion who likes purple. You have Holo royalty. Here I have Purple Flake Taco, worn a bunch of different ways with purple. This is Serial Killer, a creme with one coat of Purple Flake Taco. Then I've got Party of One Purple, RIP, with Purple Flake Taco. Nightshade, which I thought was like a fun way to do a more like muted, moody purple. And then you top it with that purple foil flake because it's kind of in the same family instead of doing like silver, which would be like more obvious and harsh. And Purple Flake Taco over top of a light versus a dark really reads differently, right? Because all of a sudden, like, it's like the inverse. It's a little bit contrasted in a different way. So two very different vibes. You want more like speckled Easter egg cutesy girly, or you want more like a blooming frosted nightshade. Nightshade is the best one. I fear like this is why I love toppers, because you can really customize the type of vibe you're going for. And there's obviously 87 million more possibilities than just what I've chosen to show you. But I thought that like this spread was like a good way to be like, you can go kind of opposite, like meaning the flake taco is either lighter or darker than the color underneath. Okay, let's continue. These two shades are both Just Vamping, which is our purple Crelly shade, but applied differently. Let me explain. This is 3 shades of Just Vamping from the Halloween collection with Purple Flake Taco on top. Still very pretty, very regal. I like how like rich this one looks. It's like juicy. This is also 3 shades of Just Vamping, but Purple Flake Taco is under the final layer. So it's stuck, it's trapped. It's squishier, it's more subtle, it's not as obvious, and the color of the Flake Taco has turned from a more cool tone purple to a little bit warmer because that's what Just Vamping is. Right? It's a little more hidden, it's a little more bitey. A little more, it's a purple jelly sandwich vibes. But it's not a super clear, transparent sandwich. If you wanted that, you would do this, which is 3 coats of Grape Expectations with 2 coats of Purple Flake Taco layered in between the sandwich layers. Did you catch that? Okay. So on this side is Just Vamping, which is a crelly, which is closer to a creme, more full coverage than this side, which is Grape Expectations, which is a true jelly. So one of them being way more see-through and transparent, so you can more clearly see the flakes through, and one like more heavily coats the flakes, but you can still see them. I put my hand under to like give you a better idea of what it would be like on human skin, but that's kind of also the essence of the difference between our crellies and our jellies. And if you start to play with sandwiches, like using Purple Flake Taco, you can really change like how that's gonna look, because that reads very differently to me. It's in the nuance. Just Vamping is so good. It is so good. She's rich. Just Vamping with the flake on top is my fave, I think. That one, it stands out more for sure. So it's all how you want to wear it. Do you want to be more subtle? You could go that way. Do you want to be more like, oh, I want jelly see-through like millennial Y2K vibes? You could do that. Or if you want more like straight up, no fuzz, I just want to throw it on top of a creme, you could do that. Sparkly shit is sold out. Yes, she went early on after launch. Is there any chance it could come back? We are out, it appears. Those were all limited edition shades, as is the rest of the Haute Garbage collection that was released on April 1st. So they lasted almost an entire month, which is great. But yes, it could have been predicted that people would try and pick them up during this launch. That's just what happens. So my recommendation is to grab any of the other shades if you were hoping to get any of the other ugly trash shades while they're still in stock. I don't think we are not planning on a restock, with the exception asterisk of if we have shades left over to keep in the Holo Taco vault, which will probably happen closer to Christmas and or holiday season, if we have reserves, which we hold on to for customer service reasons. It's a possibility, I don't know, but we're not doing like a real full restock, probably, unless we do it next year, but I don't think so. I don't know. The intention is no. The other option, how could I forget, second asterisk, is if Holo Royalty is really into something, they always have the option of voting select shades back into the catalog, which is how shades like Teal No Lies got brought back after being a limited edition item. It's how some of the Birthstone shades got brought back. So Holo Royalty will vote at some point later this year on what shades they'd like for us to bring back. We're already bringing back, I was gonna say the number. We're already bringing back a couple in the next few months from voting like from a few months ago. These things have to catch up to each other. But perhaps on the next round, we could include Sparkly Shit and see if people vote that back. I don't think it would be voted back. I'm just gonna say it because of its color and its glitter. That tends to like not land on top, but it's a possibility. Okay. More Purple Flake tacos. More combos. Ooh, okay. Now, what if you take the Purple Flake Taco and you mix it with emeralds, teals, greens for a contrasting color that still kind of fits in this color palette? So I've done something a bit similar, a little bit different on this tealy side of the wheel. Here we've got Time After Time, which I think looks absolutely beautiful. That's that cool tone pale green from Cottagecore. And that's giving me like Easter minty vibes. This is over Bring Me the Teal. So another super straight up like no fuss creme. I do like the contrast of the purple and the teal here. But if you wanted a warmer green, like let's say you're like, oh, I want to kind of just do like a true dark green. Then we've got Headhunter. Don't be deceived by the black background. But this is Headhunter. So it's that warmer, slightly more mossy, but like still very dark green. That's from the Dark Academia collection. This is Feral Forest. So a little less warm, a little more like true forest green. Feral Forest is a Crelly, and that came out in our camping collection. And then I've got her again here, but instead of putting Feral Forest on top of the purple Flake Taco, I put one layer of Meltdown, which is from the Jelly collection. It's that like teal jelly on top of purple Flake Taco. And what I want to call out, and then this is the sandwich of Meltdown with 2 coats of purple Flake Taco in between the 3-coat Meltdown sandwich. The way that that teal leaning jelly tints the purple kind of makes it shine blue. Like, look, like your eyes are not playing tricks on you. Well, maybe my nails are playing tricks on you. But it makes the purple tint a bit blue, even on this swatch, which I had the Feral Forest underneath. See, when it like hits a certain angle, the jelly from Meltdown is tinting purple Flake Taco to be a little bit blue. That's kind of cool. Idea. It almost looks like I put like a blue shimmer topper or something. I did not. It's just Meltdown on top of it. Could we see Feral Force on your toes? Bentendo, thank you for the $6.99. I'm gonna put that straight in the bank. The answer is no, sir. Actually, I have nothing on my toes now. I need to paint them. I was thinking of, what should I paint my toes with? Like, no apologies is like a really pretty toe color. I might do that. No, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna spray Ben with bug spray. All right. Next shade. Also, Ben, can I request more tea, please? Next up, we've got Sage the Day. Crushed holographic formula. You know it, you love it, Holo Barista, but it's got an added micro shimmer in a sage green base. Keeps bad men away. What? That and bad manny energy. So build that up in 2 to 3 coats. Always add a glossy taco on top. And that blue shimmer hits so stunningly in different lights. When you have too much light on it, you don't really notice it. But I swear, if you just have like one light source, it just beams. It's like it's gonna take you away. It makes you breathless. It is very cool mint coated. It is gorgeous. Again, like this shade, I see it for people's like weddings. Look at it in different lighting, right? So when you see it in the spotlight and or in the shade, you get that blue cast over it. It really does something quite magical. It reminds me of Spyglass from Holo Royalty 2 years ago, but that was like a blue on blue. This is a green with blue. And it does this like trick where it keeps it icy and cool tone green and is still glowing in different ways because you got the crushed hollow glow, which will show up when you put light because you'll see the rainbows. But then in the shade, you'll also see this kind of underglow effect. Oh, he listened.
Keep bad men away.
We have tea. Oh, is this the snake cup?
Is that a snake?
There's a snake in my garden.
There's a snake in my boot.
Help. I sprayed him with bug spray so he doesn't come back unless he brings tea. Thanks, man. He saged the day. Next up, no apologies. This is a different formula. Kind of doesn't really have a precedent. Opalescent, multicolored, flake buildable jelly formula. Soft lavender base. It's a bit more of like a crelly. You could call it jelly or a crelly. It kind of depends because the flakes add a lot of coverage to it. But it has iridescent unicorn skin-like flakes in different sizes, as well as there's a pink micro shimmer and there's a scattered hollow. It's so pretty, but it's not sorry. And this one I would build up in 3 coats for full coverage, or if you like a little bit of visible nail line, two coats looks great too. For me, my nails are yellow, so I'm gonna need smoothing base to tint it, as well as 3 coats. But here you can see what it looks like on natural nails that aren't as yellow, and or I believe this is some type of, I don't know if it's builder gel or a fake nail. But here it is in different lighting. So an iridescent flake in the shade is absolutely stunning because that's where you see all the colors really pop. In the light, you're going to see it more like gleaming from like one point on the nail, wherever the light is hitting it. And then in the shade, you get that overall opal stone cast in the like lilac color variety. So I think we've never really had like this type of opal pastel girly shade with all these iridescent unicorn skins in the tinted base before. So I'm very excited about this one. It's Solo Mission's pretty sister. Yeah. She's no meat. Next up, Keep It Evergreen. Ooh, she is rich. She is of the forest variety. Metallic micro flake specialty formula because it's a deep teal greening metallic with reflective glitter and scattered hollow, but it also has a multichromatic shimmer that it shifts from green to a little bit purple. Now you'll see that at hard angles in certain lighting. See on like the sides of my nails, it's kind of casting just a little bit there. It's super hard to show this with just like one frame, one video. But it's it reads very shiny in real life, which is what I like about it. And you can see there's super fine pigments that kind of work together to build up. This one has great coverage on like the second coat. And there it is in different lights. So phone flash or flash, you're gonna get those like white sparkles going on. That is reflective pigment. That is like, it's like reflective taco added into it. Yes. And under overhead light, I'm seeing a little bit of a shift to those tiny little like purple shifts in some of the pigments. And under shade, it's looking very like uniformly evergreen metallic. This one is very confusing in different lightings, but I also find that that's what makes it kind of fun. See? Same nail polish. What? And last up, Sprout of Control. That's us. When we decided to get you a thermal that changes from purple to green depending on the temperature. So this one's super good coverage. Second coat, you're done. It has an extra sprinkling of mint shimmer in it. And watch. Cold to warm. Cold, you're going to get this rich purple and you're going to see the green shimmer flare. And then when it's warm, you get this paler sage kind of green color with the green shimmer still popping, but it's a little more subdued. And I'm using a blow dryer. That's behind the scenes. That's how I do that. Now, this is the duo state where if your tips are long enough past the edge of your fingertips, this can even happen if you have like short nails, right? You don't have to have super long nails to see this. Just naturally, even the tips of our nails, even when they're like still partially on your skin, can be a little bit colder than your core internal body temperature, closer to your cuticle. So it doesn't just require super long nails to see the transition state. It looks like a French manicure. Very pretty. And here you can see on some of our swatchers, it's changing as she paints. Look at that. Because her body temperature is cooler than the air. I just love a quick gut check. Like, am I hot or cold? I'm still cold. So you can use ice water. You can play a party trick on your friends. I just love dipping my nails into my drink and being like, look it out. Check it out. In different lighting, the nuance would probably be the shimmer because it's a bit of an iridescent shimmer. So see in the overhead lighting, that shimmer is actually looking a little bit pink at the hard angle. Little pinky purple shift. But it is predominantly that like mint colored green shimmer. So fun. Thank you. I think this one's super fun. It really rounded out the garden variety collection. There she is, vibey, planted, garden variety. You've earned your green thumb. Thank you, Holo Royalty. Share your garden when you get your polishes in the mail. All right, well done. Well done, Holo Royalty. And now let's go to a vote. Because I'm going to compare your data to sales data. All right. I need more polishes with the no apologies formula in different colors. It's my favorite of the collection. I love them all though. Snow Pal Snowflake, Mo Pal the Lawn. Okay, noted. And I definitely want to see when people get this in the mail. Like, what do you think? All right, let's do a poll. What Holo? Let's just do this. What garden? Oh no, we have 5 options. Here, I'll delete the topper because that's just like, can be on its own. All right, I'm gonna poll you now. What's your favorite? And we're gonna compare this to early sales data. Keep it evergreen. No apologies. And then we'll do comparisons. Sage the day. Okay, I've deleted the topper from this because like it's more easily the odd one out. It's too hard to pick. I love them all. You can't take them all from the garden. Then we would just have dirt. The data would be dirt if you could pick them all. I think it's hard. Like, this is an unfair question, I know, because the colors are so close in the same palette. Like, it's a very tight palette. It's not like we have like orange and purple and yellow and brown and pink in like the same palette or something where there's like obvious winners and losers. This one's like tricky. So I get it. And also there's formula. So it's not just about the color, right? Like you're voting, thinking of the color in combination with the formula. Christine, I'm genuinely sad. I love every single shade. Amazing. Did you vote for it? Like, were you in Holo Royalty voting for this? That must be very satisfying. Mopal syrup? So many possibilities. What? I'm torn between Sage the Day and Keep It Evergreen being my favorite. I hear you. Sage the Day is like a very pretty wedding pastel green, like spring is coming, kind of girly. I'm reading a book by the Meadow shade. But Keep It Evergreen is definitely more dramatic and more noticeable from far away because it's of the reflective variety. And it just has like more complicated pigments going on. It's a little more badass, a little more like poisonous. It's like the poisonous plant, and Sage Today is like the I'm a good girl. Just depends on your mood. Thermals for the win. All right. There are so many pale, pinky, purple, iridescent options out there, but not nearly enough amazing thermals. Good point. Yeah, thermals are trickier to do consistently because, like, just pigment reasons. They don't necessarily all last the same. There's more, like, testing you have to do for them, and they don't exist in every possible color combination. Like, it's a preset pigment that's this color to this color. You can't change that. You can change like the overall tinge a little bit and what's mixed in it, but you can't change at its core what it is. Same thing with like a multi-chrome pigment. Like that just is what the pigment is. Despite, I don't know who lied to you and told you you could invent whatever you wanted. That's not true. Micro metallic is my favorite. Then you'd probably like Keep It Evergreen, which is a blend of a micro metallic and shimmer and reflective. I also love the micro metallics. I just love how obvious they are from far away. We're gonna do comparisons next, but let's just see. I'm sad about not getting the sage glitter. Yeah, there was a sage glitter, like our classic Holo glitter formula, but it was outvoted for like by a landslide. I didn't even include all the votes, but we pitted a few things against each other in the survey. Glitters usually never win against a more universally usable formula, whether that's linear, crushed hollow, or like a shimmer. Glitter usually loses if all things are equal with the color, which sucks. But I've done my research and I know the reason why is because people find it annoying to take off. That's like the #1 deterrent for people, which is partly why we have peely base, so you can just pop it off. But I also understand people want their nails to last longer. You can't really do that with peely base because that defeats the purpose. So I hear you. Doesn't mean I'm never doing glitter. I mean, y'all sold us out of sparkly shit just today. But that is just the truth. For those of you who like don't understand why, that's why. And this is what people have told us on surveys. Pixel Perfect changed my mind about glitter. Good to hear. Pixel Perfect, that was part of our goal. Change the mind of the people. We're doing all glitters anyways. Just ordered your bundle? Let's go. Okay, let's close this poll. Also, you can do this. Did you know that about our website? We have nails, bottles. That's fun. I asked chat, what garden variety shade is your favorite minus the topper? But of these 4 shades from the new Holo Royalty Garden Variety Collection. And the winner by a landslide, if you had to pick one, I know it's not fair. Most people are buying the bundle and they want them all. But if you were forced to pick one, 41%, the majority, said no apologies. Our cute little pastel lilac. Followed by, okay, second place is tight. We've got Sprouted Control next, which is a thermal, purple to green. And then Keep It Evergreen. And in last place, oh, we have Sage the Day. She did not Sage the Day at 11%. Oh. She's so pretty though. I mean, okay, I guess you're picking purple over green this time. I'm not surprised. Now let's see how that compares to sales data. Okay. Ben, can I get the early sales data, please? All right, I'm making the order. So again, this is just the sales data. Hello? Hello? Christine, are you there? Data Queen, are you there? Early sales data, literally like the last 2 hours of sales. The majority of shoppers today, well, people are shopping like everything on the website because the loyalty sale is going. But if we're also drilling down to the new Holo Royalty Garden Variety Collection, most people shopping that are buying the bundle, which is usually the case. People want everything. I thank you. I appreciate it that you like everything. But of those purchasing individuals, whether you're just picking up a couple individuals or you're picking up doubles because you already got the bundle, this is early sales data just in the last 2 hours. Now, these things tend to flip or change if we have a few days of sales or even a week. I don't know if we're going to have all this stock for a week, so it really also depends on that. And then at which point the sales data would be limited by stock. But right now we have everything individually in stock, right? Nothing sold out. As I sit here live trying to look at everything at the same time. Right? Does someone confirm? Okay. I've got them in order. And I will give you Purple Flake Taco in the order too, which I know we can't compare and contrast with chat, but... Could Peely Base be given a light tint like the other base coats? So the best answer is it was not wise to do so because Peely Base is a water-based formula. So mixing different pigments and tints with it might behave differently in Peely Base, which is like not even really a nail polish, unlike everything else. But the way to tell Peely Base apart from Glossy Taco is it has a black brush. The bristles are black. And that's the only polish in our entire catalog or bottle that has a black brush specifically for that reason. Glossy Taco has like a clearish, whitish brush. Okay, so that's how you can visually tell them apart. Or you can just look at the bottom label. All right. Sales data. The best-selling shade from the Holo Royalty Garden Variety Collection so far individually is... No apologies. Aligned with chat's opinions. And then also aligned with chat's opinions, Sprout of Control, the thermal. Okay, that's good. Thermal almost on top, but no apologies. Got her. And I know this wasn't part of the poll, but since I have this information for you, Purple Flake Taco is third in currently bestsellers. Which, if I'm just going to pause right there and reflect, that's actually... interesting and surprising because usually when we release a topper in a multiple formula collection and there's like one topper and, you know, mixed formulas, the topper's usually on top because people see it as, I guess, the most versatile, right? In this case, it's like smack in the middle, which isn't bad, but it's also not as expected. So that is interesting that people are like picking up these two more than an extra Purple Flake Taco. Let's see. I guess you just really go hard for no apologies. And then Sprout of Control is maybe unique as far as Holo Taco products go because we don't do thermals that often. Like, I'm just guessing. I'm guessing. You tell me. We need more toppers, guys. Buy it. I always want more toppers. But then I also feel like if I'm overwhelming you with toppers, then you're just... there's too many. Cue the advent calendar where I shoved 3 in. I think the opal one may work as a topper. You could. It'll give it a little bit of like a lavender crelly tint, but absolutely. Maybe people see the versatility in that. You could. Thermals equals easy nail art without trying. Absolutely, amateur. Except not me, because I'm cold. I run cold. I'm plant-based. Is that how that works? No. I almost never use toppers. What? Who are you? What is this? What do you use? Wait. Purple Flake Taco about to change your life. Alright. Next, according to sales data, we have Keep It Evergreen and then Sage the Day. So basically exactly the same as chat this time around. This doesn't always happen. It happens most of the time, but sometimes we're like really surprised. But it also doesn't surprise me that chat's opinion, chat who is 90% Holo royalty, is aligned with our sales data, of which most, well, not most, but the people who are really into this collection helped design it, who are Holo royalty. So it's everything is a circle. Everything is growing back. It makes sense to me. Yeah. But yeah, love these purple and green vibes. And oh, we've got some extra data. Hold on. I got extra data from Ben. Wow, I'm so lucky. Okay, I'm gonna open something up. For here, I'll do it this way. Okay. Because the loyalty sale is going on now, we're also seeing high sales on other items, not just the new stuff that dropped. The loyalty sale is applicable to anyone in Holo Swatcher, Holo Royalty, or Holo Explorer. And you can get between 10 to 20% off depending on your tier. And right now, one of our top selling shades in the sale that isn't part of the new collection is... I just like to see what you guys are picking up. Playing the Field, which is a new, released in January magnetic. This one is so fun. This one is like our wildest, most chaotic magnetic. And it was out of stock for some time, and we recently restocked it. Praise be, we can continue to do so. Pigments on this one and some of the magnetics are not easy in this day and age. But Playing the Field is selling hard, so that's fun to see. So is Shooting Star Taco. People are grabbing that on sale. This is a good one to stock up on too, especially if you like fishing out extra stars. I find myself going through more of it when I'm making like topper combo wheels. When might we see advent calendar shades and toppers back, given they were also in the royalty survey? So we are working on those two things for two separate moments for later this year. Don't have an exact date to share at this moment, but the bringbacks and the advent restocks that will not be permanent, but will be like a one-time thing, because that's all we were able to do given some of the pigments in those. But hopefully there's some good news that you'll see. Working on it. People are also picking up Dirty Martini. Really? That's in the top? Okay, because Ben was giving me the list for like top non-loyalty polishes. Well, you know what makes sense? Okay, sparkly shit sold out, so obviously it's capped. And that's why. So that one had like maybe a better selling rate. Or maybe not. I don't have the numbers in front of me. But Dirty Martini has sold more technically, but that's because we, I guess, had more in stock. But yeah, Dirty Martini. And then I'm just going to assume that any of the Haute Garbage shades like No Smoking, Born Ugly, and now retired Sparkly Shit are selling well because this is their last chance. You got No Smoking? Nice. I'm in love with the new collection. Purple and green is my fave color combination. It is a very popular one, as voted by the largest proportion of Holo royalty. The bag will live in my everyday bag now. Me too. It'll also live on my shelf because it's just so pretty. Garbage is going to be taken out this weekend. Absolutely. So if you miss the garbage, You better grab no smoking, dirty martini, born ugly. That's all that's left. Sparkly shit is gone down the toilet, never to be seen again unless it's in the vault. But yeah, also watermelon nail oil. That one is limited edition, will not be restocked when we run out. That came out with the jelly sandwich collection. The polishes and the toppers like butterfly and picnic party taco are not limited edition, but the watermelon nail oil was. So if you wanted refills, this is a great time to pick up refills, because then that'll be the last of them. That's all. I rescued Born Ugly. She appreciates it. I was too late for Sunshine Crush. Oh, did she officially retire? Yeah. Anything that's like under retiring soon or last chance. What Do You Pink is gone. Going Solo. I think Going Solo was gone for some time though. Here, let me go to last chance. Yeah, so we have our retiring shades on the last chance page. What Do You Pink is gone. Starry Eyed still in stock, so Stay Grounded, featured guest. We still have some green glow in the dark taco. And then some of these, yeah, Cool Ranch. These are all seasonal now. They're just still there. But yeah. All right, let's do some comparisons. All right, give it to me. We already did purple flake taco comparisons basically through watching the video. So I'm just going to skip that one because I feel like we already kind of did that. So let's just jump straight to the full coverage colors. Let's start with Sage the Day. What do we want to see compared to Sage the Day? We'll go one at a time. Mint Mojito, Dirty Martini, Mint Money, Burstone, Alien Infatuation. Okay, I've got a few. Let's compare. Alien Infatuation, Sage the Day. So Alien Infatuation to me reads way more like a yellowy green. And that is the shimmer in a grayed out base. Sage the Day is a sagey green base, but that blue shimmer is really kicking it into like cool overdrive. Maybe it's a Crush Hollow. Just for fun, let's throw it up with the Pixel Perfect so you can kind of see the level of mutedness, right? Sage the Day isn't like vibrant green. It's more muted, more like pastel-y, but it's got that blue kick, which makes it, I think, like kind of like fresh breath. Let's compare with Mint Mojito Classic from our pastel linear hollows. So again, crushed hollow versus linear hollow, and also very different like tonally. I want to compare it to Spyglass from the second royalty collection, just so you can see that blue shimmer pop, right? So the blue on blue, like, because they match, you don't notice it in the same way as you do in the green. I think it's like more surprising. Here's Happily Ever Aqua from the Burstone collection. So that was more of a Tobean's hybrid linear shimmer formula. This is Happily Ever Aqua, which did get voted back. The shimmer in this one is actually a cyan shimmer rather than a blue micro shimmer. So that's a different shimmer. So you're kind of getting like more aqua versus more green and blue. Like on the opposite ends. Like a bookend. And here is Mint Money, which is a very different formula. Obviously, you have frosted metal mirror likeness, but I kind of think this would work nice in a Skittle together. And dare I say, Sage the Day if you did with like a blue in the Skittle, because then that would speak to the blue shimmer. And this is also gorgeous together. Polar opposites. Oh, it's an interesting one. So from the Magnetic Attraction collection, there's Polar Opposites, which has a green shimmer in a light bluish base. Well, the magnetic pole is what's light blue, but actually here it is unmagnetized. Okay, that's a good combo. I like these two together. Now there's no green in Polar Opposites. This is unmagnetized, but the iciness of it works, whereas Happily Ever After was a little too like aquatic. That's a fun Skittle. Yeah, I mean, I also like magnetizing things, so maybe if you wore it like as a crystal dome effect. All right, going down the line, let's do no apologies comparison. So what would you like to see compared to this cute little best-selling currently from the collection? And also, chat likes it the best if you had to pick one. What do we want to see compared? This one like doesn't have as many things because we haven't really released as many full coverage with iridescent flakes, right? And pastel. Who said birthday brat? You brats. Okay. What else? I'll do Pixel Perfect too, just for fun, because there's some pastel adjacent in there. Got Cake, Crystal Mommy, Lavender Syrup. Okay, let's begin. So here's the Underglow collection from a few holidays ago. So we didn't have like a purple, or I guess you could say Phantom Call is the most purple, but she's really like a chaotic purple that has like a crazy glow to her. Lands a little more like dusky mauvey. But that's Vitamin Glow, which is that baby blue with pink shimmer. So your eyeball kind of like averages it to purple. But I kind of like these two together for a Skittle for that reason. And Cloud 9 can also work together. Oh, that's so like baby shower. Like, it's a girl. Camera Shy? Okay, we could do that. Camera Shy is definitely darker. Yes, it is. Okay. This is Camera Shy from Declassified of 2 years ago. I'd say it's like not pretty girly. She's more moody and mid-toned, like in color, right? Like she reads dark on me, whereas this one's definitely pastel. So I don't know that I love these together. I feel like they're two different moods. This one's more like uplifting garden fairy. And I think she vibes better with some of the Underglow shades. Like even Swan Song, R.I.P. Alright, Birthstone. Let's take a look at Crystal Mommy, R.I.P. Okay, they're both, right, versions of different amethysts. One being like more traditionally like the middle color amethyst, like here. Hold on, I'm turning my ring around. One being a little more like in the middle. and one being pastel. Birthday Brad? You know what? Like I'm not just being silly. I actually like these together. Like a hot pink and a lilac. That's very Caboodles Cosmetics box circa 2002. I literally had a Caboodles box, you know, where you like store all your like butterfly clips and your hair elastics. It was literally these colors. A very cute pairing. Yeah, I like that. It's like my bedroom in 2001. All right, compared to lavender syrup. So I'd say lavender syrup is even a little bit more cool toned. There's pink fizz. Maybe a bit, it's kind of in the middle from a tonally wise. Let's take a look at Pixel Perfect. Oh, this would be a cute Skittle. And I think you could go with either. So that's Glitch and Glam, which is the warmer toned purple glitter, or Lo-Fi Lavender, which is way more like cool tone lavender. And I think just depending on like your undertone preference, you could do a Skittle with either, right? Because there is a pink shimmer that kind of makes it work here. But then also the base of it is a bit cooler and it can work with Lo-Fi Lavender. This is like a rare time when it's like smack in the middle, and I would argue you could use either. Control Cutie. You could make it work with that too, because see, it's pulling out the pink shimmer. Just my mind is like looking at the orange too much. But yeah, that could work. And here's Got Cake. Which is a very different formula, and let me explain. So Got Cake, RIP, from 2020. That was 6 years ago. What? Yeah, she hasn't been around for some time. She was brought back at some point by Holo Royalty, but then retired. She is a pearlescent. She has pearlescent pigments in her, in addition to purple iridescent shimmers, in addition to a kind of silver foil flake. And she was more versatile as a topper because she's more sheer and didn't have the same like pigmented crelly base as No Apologies. So this one landed a little bit more white. It was more like a white cast with a little bit of a pop of pink and purple, where this base is predominantly like a cool tone lavender jelly. And it doesn't have pearlescent pigments in it. It just has iridescent unicorn skin-like flakes in it, which Got Cake does not have. So they're quite different formulas. And again, when you put them on skin or the nail, like, then I think the difference is quite clear in terms of their composition. All right, next up, give it to me. Keep it evergreen, chat. What would you like to see? I'm so matchy-matchy. All right, we've got Teal No Lies, Emerald City, Stop Buggin'. Yeah. Yes, we'll do Birthstones. Venetian Views. Okay. I'll also grab the Dark Rainbow. David's tea too? Okay. All right. Got him. I'll do these three together because it's a nice gradient. Okay. Teal No Lies. Very teal. I teal no lies. That Keep It Evergreen is not the same. Some don't believe me. But I teal no lies. Here's those two just alone. Right? So Keep It Evergreen is definitely much greener than Teal No Lies, but it is not the same formula as Teal No Lies, which is a uniform micrometallic flake, so the same color at every angle. Whereas Keep It Evergreen has added multichromatic shimmers in it, so you're getting that like little bit of shift to purple in it. It's not a multichrome. I wouldn't call it a multichrome, but it like kind of has that vibes with the shimmers, but there's also micrometallic. It's a hybrid blend. This is David's Tea's Teal With It, which is a straight up microfoil flake. So no multichromatic shimmer, that you're not getting those dark cast edges. And in a different, much more brighter, more like light aqua turquoise foil flake color, okay? So Keep It Evergreen kind of lands in the middle, but also more green. They are great together. Yeah, they are great together. I mean, I know our customers love this palette. So the more nuance, the more shades we can put in between shades that I know you love, I think is great, because everyone loves like, I would like it a little bit deeper, or I want a little bit bluer, or I want a little bit greener, you know? And short of inventing entirely new colors that no one has seen before, which I don't think is possible when it comes to paint, one of my goals is to appreciate the nuance and to bring like slightly different tones of something, especially in shade ranges that I know people love. Like, I know you love teals. I know you love purples, statistically, right? But like, what could we do to it that's like a little bit this way or a little bit that way, or let's add this mix in, or let's make a hybrid formula. So that's where we're going to continue to build on. And that way, maybe you love Teal No Lies, but you're like, I wish it was a little greener. Eventually, your time will come. Now, it's not the same formula, but yeah. What's the top wheel? Teal No Lies, Keep It Evergreen, new shade, and Teal With It from David's Tea. And I just see this shade is on this nail, but it's at a different angle. Look, that's the same nail polish. I'm touching it, but my nail's at an angle. Keep making all the nuanced teals. Oh, I will. I love them. Okay. This shade, its formula, was inspired by Pear Don't Bother Me, which is from the Birthstone collection from, is that 2 years ago? Last year. What is time? And I know people, like, the shade might not be for everyone. And also it was not voted back because it was not one of the more popular ones or a bestseller. But anecdotally, people really liked the formula. So we got to work with this one and said, okay, can you make me Pear Don't Bother Me, but more of like an evergreen color? And like, let's see what we can do. So they have very similar composition, but in different colored pigments, right? So they both have like a little bit of a metallic-y, but there's also a multichromatic shimmer, and that's what gives this more of that like limey to yellow shift. This shift is more of a tealy greeny to purple in that shimmer. They both have reflective pigments. The pigments in this one is technically a green reflective, and in this one it's a silver, because the green just like looked too weird. The silver was better suited for this one. But it's the same spirit as Pear Don't Bother Me, but just in like a cool tone green emerald shade. So I love this because I know this color is probably more, quote, wearable to some people, just statistically on average. here it is compared to Emerald City, which that is a fun Skittle too. And there's the Price's Alexandrite, which is a multi-chrome base. So that's why you get that teal to purple shift, which is much more evident than the very just subtle shimmer shift, because it's not multi-chrome. It's actually a multi-chromatic shimmer, which is different than a metallic-based multi-chrome pigment. So they're going to read very differently. This one also has like little purple flake bits in it, and that one has scattered hollow and reflective taco. And yes, this is the Price's Alexandrite. That's Emerald City from the Birthstone collection. And this is Keep It Evergreen, which is the new guy. Okay. Now compared to Stop Buggin'. Stop Buggin' is more of a Kelly green. More of a closer to a clover, like a mid-tone green. And Keep It Evergreen is slightly more blue-leaning green. But look, I just shifted it, and now it's greener. And then I go like this, and now it's tealier. And that is in part the kind of tricky shimmer shift behavior that's going on. Whereas Stop Buggin' is straight up metallic foil, so it's the same color. It's just like, you know, it's a metallic, so sometimes it reads dark, sometimes it reads lighter. But this one does play tricks on you. I love those together. I do think they're fun together. It's messing with your eyes. It's messed with all of our eyes. Alright, here's the Holo Renaissance collection. This is, that's a winning Skittle. Venetian Views is kind of the perfect cool tone greenish. Cool tone tealy greeny. Emerald. Deep emerald. Jewels. I like these two together because then you have like a deep crushed hollow and then you have like a more reflective, like in your face, shiny. I can't wait for this one. I love Peridot. I'm currently wearing it. Yay! Yes, you will love this formula then. I got the whole collection plus the ones I was missing from the camping collection. Ooh, camping. That's a good one. Summer's coming up. Camping. All right, here's the Dark Rainbow collection. Lost in the Woods. Love it. Yeah, perfect. That's a nice one. You could even do this as like a two-tone mani. So for example, do up Keep It Evergreen and then use our Lost in the Woods and like paint just the French tip or a sideways like half triangle on half your nail with this. I'd recommend doing this one on top because our linear hollows are like super really good coverage, and then you could do like a dual tone tealy greeny mani, and I like that. It's very like forest chic. Or just do a Skittle, but I think that one would look good with like half the nails like that. All right, what else? I'm still drinking from my snake mug. Also, my snake mug is thermal. The snakes are changing colors. Wanderlust? Wanderlust. Oh, from the Bon Voyage collection. Oh, I love this collection. It had so many goodies. There's Wanderlust. That one is more of a crystal jelly unique formula that is entirely pigment dependent rather than like you choosing what it is. Although the base was like kind of made to be a bit purple. Is it purple? Is it blue? Nobody knows. But it is a different formula than this guy. Can we please see Lost in the Woods? Polar opposites on one... Hold on, this is so much. Lost in the Woods, polar opposites on one coat black magnetized. I'm not doing active painting wheels with different combos right now. We're just doing straight up shade comparisons. But if and when we do the next combo stream, happy to take your requests for this this one, I just really wanted to focus on getting you all the comparisons. So, speaking of tying it out, shall we go sprout a control? Now, how do I... Comparing thermals is hard. Hold on, I need my blow dryer. Say a prayer that I don't blow a fuse and my computer shuts off. Because that literally happens when I'm swatching thermals. Like, we kept blowing a fuse because I had my blow dryer plugged into the same thing as, I guess, like my studio lights, and it's taking up too much energy. So I'd have to try and plug it into a different plug, and I started doing that, but then the plug still, I guess, is connected to the other. Anyways, it's like quite a... So we had to ask an electrician. I'm like, what do I do? And he's like, okay, well, we need a dedicated plug only for this. And I was like, what? Electricians in the chat, you know. Yeah, we could also just do hot water, but the blow dryer is more fun because it's like, and then you don't get wet. Ben, if you are around and could bring me a little glass dish of cold water, that would be wonderful. But if not, we could just, we'll just do it this way. Okay. So in the cold state, I mean, we don't have any other thermals other than Simply Deceased, which is who's deceased, R.I.P. But this was Guilty Pleasure, and in the cold state from the Mixed Emotions collection 2.5 years ago. And in its cold state, it's a little bit deeper, more like royal purple. This one's slightly more like chilled out, and it has the green shimmer in it. And Simply Chaotic was much darker and vibrant in its cold state of purple. And now let's heat them up. Ready? Hope they don't blow. Here, I'm gonna put this on here so they don't blow away. And I'll go like this so you can see them all at the same time. Okay? Close your ears. Or I'll move the mic away from the blow dryer. Yay! Isn't that fun? I just think it's so fun. I just go attack people wearing thermal nail polish with a blow dryer. That's how I make my nails transition so smoothly in some of the videos that you see. I like hold my nail there with a blow dryer, and then my skin gets really hot, but I do it. It's so satisfying. Yes. So the warm state of sprouted control is that green, which is very different pigment from what was used in Guilty Pleasure. And I find that part of the fun of thermals is like you think you're getting like a color, and then it's like, surprise, magic. Okay, I love how it just like kind of fades. So you'll start to see them slowly change back as the air is a little bit chilly. These two will be fun to wear together. Yes, it's not exactly the same type of purple when they're cold, but like they're kind of similar. That's kind of a fun party trick, because then you dip your nails into like your tea or something, or vice versa, and then you're like, whoop, back to the same. Imagine doing nail art actually with these two colors that both start off as like a kind of cool purple, and then you make them hot, and then it's totally different. That's like some 4D chess nail art right there. You're wearing Simply Chaotic right now? That one vibes too. I like that. Vibes with the Garden Variety collection. Yeah, so many possibilities with thermal for nail art, but just like fun at a party. Just be like putting my nails in my drink. So right now this nail is cold. But I love like tricking people. So some of my friends don't necessarily like paint their nails themselves. Like some of them go to salons, or some of them just like don't care or don't do anything at all. Just fine. We're still friends. But whenever I have thermal nail polish, I find that kind of shocks the normies, if I could call them that. And maybe you know people in your life too. Thermal nail polish shocks normal people the most. Because you could just wear a color and then like be like, hey, watch this. Dip your finger in their tea or something, and you'd think they'd be like, ew, get your finger out of my tea. But then they see what happens and they're just like, what the fuck? Like, they're very lost because it's not something they know. Yeah, it's really fun. Like, party trick. Like, say you're running hot, you know, because you're out, you know, you're going for dinner or something, and then you have like an ice cold beverage, or there's like a can or something you can hold, and then you can just like put your finger around that iced cup. It won't work with this because this is like very insulated, so the outside doesn't feel cold. But just say you had like a normal glass. If you just hold that glass and you start off warm, which most people do, just not me, as I'm always cold and it's cold in here, then it like will start to turn, and you can literally show people that, like, well, if you're out to dinner and you just have like a ice cold whatever you're drinking, without dipping your finger in their wine. I mean, you could do that too. But here, while we're here, let's I'll do a closer transition of my middle finger. And I'll put the blow dry over here, so. All right, I'm giving you the finger. Ready? Damn, she's sprout of control. And now my mani looks different. Now I have 3 green nails. Love this one. My other fun thing to do with thermal nail polish when I get the chance, which is not that often because we don't often have a chance to do thermal nail polish, but like with this one, when I was swatching it, when I'm in the gym, I like using my nail to tell me like, am I doing cardio or no? Because my baseline is quite cold. So like normally, even if I'm not in air conditioning, I will be the cold color. But that's just me. I know that about myself. I'm kind of different than average. On average, I think most people do run warm enough that you would see the warm color. You can already see it like trying to go back to purple because the air and me is cold. But when I'm in the gym and I'm doing a little bit of cardio, which I don't really do, to be honest. I don't like cardio. I just do like lifting. But like I'll start to turn warm enough, which is like a sign that like, okay, I'm working hard enough. So like notice if my nails, like this part of my nail is warm, but the tip is always cold because the gym, we make sure like there's air conditioning in it, right? Or at least it's not super hot in there. So that's my fun thing to do, is be like, am I at cardio level according to my nails or not? I had a doctor go completely nuts over my thermal nail polish and the applications it could have in the medical field with patients who can't talk and temperatures. I wonder, like, yeah, I would definitely need like an expert to know if this makes any sense. But if it made sense and it was safe to do so with like continuous scans you might need to do on your fingertips. Sometimes medical people say like not to wear nail polish or whatever. But like, let's say that wasn't an issue. I do wonder if like wearing a thermal nail polish can help the patient identify their internal body temperature. Not that it would give you like a reading, obviously, like that's what thermometers are for, but like it can kind of tell you like, are you cold to a certain point or warm? And there is a specific temperature at which thermal nail polish changes. I gave it to you during our mixed emotions collab. There's a collab with myself. I'm gonna see if I can find it because I wrote it down. I don't know it off the top of my head. Mixed emotions. Where did I share this with you? Because I told you what it was. Maybe it was in my stream notes. I'm gonna look it up right now because I did ask the lab techs, like, at which temperature does it change? Let me see. It's in my notes. Oh, I do have it. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna zoom in. Okay, I found it. It's in my notes. It's a little messy, but okay. Now I will caveat this and say it can be a range. This wasn't supposed to be an exact temperature, but there's like a range within a couple degrees, you know, because like sometimes the pigment can kind of like change its set points. Maybe not the right word. Okay. But these are the temperatures where it's like approximately supposed to change. So you could use this to like know what temperature you are, but please don't rely on it to tell yourself if you have a fever, okay? Just for fun, not for medical use. So start of color transition is at 88.6-ish. And then warm, like fully warm, because like you'll start to, there's kind of an in-between the transit, like you're like, well, you see where it starts to try to change. But once you get to 91, 92, then you should be warm, or 32, 33 in Celsius. And then starting back to cool, we go back to like 86 Fahrenheit, and you should see full cold state at 83 or 28 Celsius. So I think in Celsius, that's how Canadians speak, just in terms of like our outdoor temperature. So inside right now it's 21 degrees Celsius, which makes sense. So our air is cold enough for me to see purple. Now my body temperature is also colder than 83 degrees. At minimum, I'm 83 degrees or colder. Because I am full cold. Like, even here. And that's usually me. I just run cold. Anyways, there you go. That's interesting. Just a little science for you. If you're also 31 degrees Celsius, please seek help. Okay. I don't know. No medical advice, just thermal nail polish. We're out of control here. If you put it in your mouth, will it go warm? Okay, first y'all trying to eat the jellies. I don't know who suggested they'd be delicious jelly sandwiches. Could not be me. Now you're trying to change thermal nail polish with your tongues. Don't do it. Just paint. Paint it on, chat. All right. Detectives. Did you make me something? My hair's falling out. I mean, my hairband. It's not a hairband. It's decorations I put on my head. Let's see what the detectives did this time. Oh my god, they're cataloging everything. Alright, I'm going in the desk. Dare I go in the Discord detective desk? Mother Nature simply. Uh-oh. 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 Oh no. Okay. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna pee out. I gotta pee out the tea before we dive into this. So I will be right back with a review of the Holo Detectives deck that they made me. I make you presentation, you make me presentation. It's only fair. So give me 1 second, 1 minute. Fill up your tea and I will BRB. Let me know what ad you get. Phew, we didn't blow a fuse with our blow drying behavior. Got an ad for Sour Patch Kids, soft lipstick, local newspaper. Opti Heal, Beyyyn aspirin, protein drink, a deafeningly loud Bud Light. Hello Fresh. Can't believe it's not butter. No one got garden theme, or like a garden hoe tools. Thank you, Malankai13, for 5 Menchie Gang memberships. Menchie Gang, Menchie Gang, Menchie Gang, Menchie Gang, Menchie Gang, cat hair going down the drain. That means I will see 5 extra of you tomorrow, if you want. Tomorrow is our Menchie Gang monthly bonus live stream where we just spend some extra time with Menchie Gang. It allows me more chances to see and respond to your comments with a smaller group. Unlike during these launches, which again, I apologize. I know I missed a bunch of super chats, but I try to keep focus in the, you know, to get through everything we need to and just read whatever I happen to see. But yeah, if you're in the Menchie Gang, I will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. The stream's already populated on the membership tab. So thank you, as always, for gifting. Or joining, or renewing, or whatever. Okay, we are back. Sorry, the cat clock. Okay, let's move into whatever the Holo Taco Detectives have done this round. Now, the Holo Taco Detectives live in the deep, dark depths of the Simplynailogical Discord server. You can put exclamation Discord in the chat to get a link to the Discord. That's where our most engaged Holo Taco / Simply community members lie. And they will steal from my Snapchats, steal from any sneak peeks, emails, behind the scenes, content, whatever it is, and put it together to try and predict what we're going to come out with. Now, for the Holo Royalty Collection, we literally show you, like almost a year in advance, where our head's at or what the options are. So the detectiving doesn't require as much guesswork because you know what we're showing you and that it's for the collection that we're saying it's for, as opposed to like, I'm randomly talking about content that might be later in the year and you have no idea what it's for, right? So it's a very different detectiving work, but maybe detectives get thirstier, they get hungrier because they see more. They get so fed. This is literally the collection where they are fed the best. They're nice and thick around April of every year. So, deck made by wonderful Holo Taco Detectives, not endorsed by me. Who knows what's even in here? Let's see. 22 slides. Good lord. June of last year, you've been summoned. Holo survey inside. Yes, Holo Court is now in session. These are some of the questions we asked of you. In October, your royalty input was needed. I'm not judging, but I was. Who said bingo? You guys playing bingo too? I'm gonna have to open up bingo. Alright, prototypes. Basement Simply with her prototypes. Oh my god, you guys are insane. You can literally see it says CH something. LP6. No! I thought it was blurry enough that you wouldn't see. God damn it. That's what, like, I post in black and white. I'm like, yeah, no one will know. It's fine. They always know. They always know. How much of a fool can I be? Final Shades locked in December, right? Because that was after your October results. One last round of prototypes. Just me leaking my own snaps with all the red X's that I always mark off like, final. Send this to product development. Place the POs for pigments. Let's go. Finalizing shade names. So in this survey, we also asked you guys, like, what would you name shades in this palette? Didn't do it for every single prototype because it was a bit of a different method of questioning. But it was like, of the palette you picked, what shade names inspire you? So it was kind of asking you shade names, but more for like vibes based. 5 bullet points for 5 polishes. Wait, how do you see 5 bullet points? I only see 1. Did you like measure this again? You're crazy. You're all crazy. Okay. Celestial Lights, the green one, over Glitch and Glam. So purple and green, perfect opposites. Look really good together too, right, Holo Royalty? Yeah. Huh. I knew after your survey. And it's not Holo Royalty. That's different. That's still growing for April. I give you the plant theme. Royalty green teased? I have teased nothing about royalty. You already know there's 2 greens in it, so anyone asking for, or 2.5 actually, anyone asking for a green in this release can sit down and wait. Oh yeah, because that was the jellies where there was no green. And I'm like, just hold on, please hold. I told you there was 2.5 greens. Did anyone know that I meant a thermal by that? Yeah, that's what I was thinking in my head. But then I realized, like, wait, no one's gonna understand that. Wait, good. 2.5 greens. Middle finger macro swatching wig. This was such a beautiful assortment of options. Like, look at the background option. I love it. I ultimately went with this new kind of iridescent, like, background foil that I found. I have it in different colors too. I don't think I'll have a chance to use it much because it's so like 2 different colors at once, and it obviously doesn't exist in every iteration, but I have it. It's really pretty. I really like it. That's what's behind my hand, this like purple green iridescent look. I gotta find another reason to use it. I love my backgrounds. I have like 87 million different backgrounds. It's kind of insane. I've showed it on Snapchat before. I could do it again after stream if you're interested. I've just like collected all the backgrounds from Michael's, from Amazon, from whatever craft store. I try not to use the same background twice. Sometimes it's not possible, or there's just like the perfect one that just works, but this was a new one. Yeah, that's the opal one. No apologies. That was the first coat. What's going over this? 1 coat black. What could it be? I want to know. I mean, some of you already saw this, so you were piecing it together that it was purple Flake Taco. Yeah. Reviewing the spill footage. This is No Apologies in black and white. Same nail timeline. Thermal. So that's Sprouted Control with Purple Flake Taco. And I didn't think you could really tell, because like that was the picture in black and white. And you clocked that being a thermal because you saw the back of the tip being purple. What color will the transition be? Wow, this is some next level detective stuff right here. More thermal action. Oh, that's so, oh my God, you got, okay, like that's crazy. Like that is from this tiny spot on my Snapchat in black and white. Simply is like a grade school teacher collecting all the things. You are all my students. I did raise you all. My sister says that you're a vampire because you have not aged. Your sister's what, 22 now? I raised her since she was 12. Guys, it's been 10 years. No, 12 years since I've been on YouTube. 10 years since Polish mountain. I need a drink of tea and water and maybe tequila later. We'll see. No, I need a mint mojito or like a sage infused vodka, like a spritz, something like that. I need a drink to match my outfit. I'll come up with something. Shots of a matcha shot, perfect. How about a wheatgrass shot? And almost 5 years since beginning streaming, yes. I've been a streamer for 5 years. Sometimes on TikTok, side quest. On TikTok, I post like highlights basically of stream, right? Shouts out to my editor who helps a lot with that. But like I don't really make TikToks, really. I can't figure it out. But I do post highlights of stream that some people like casually, like it just comes in their feed or whatever, and they're like, oh my god, I haven't seen you. I didn't know you stream. Like, I've been streaming for like 5 years, twice a week, which actually isn't that much in the streaming world. Usually streamers stream like every day for 8 hours, but I have another job. It's called running Holo Taco. so I can't stream all the time, but I do love spending several hours a week on stream with you guys. Yeah, it's the I thought you died people. Like, occasionally when a random like stream highlight reel gets picked up on TikTok, the #1 comment is, oh my god, Simplynailogical, I thought you died. Or something of that variety. And I'm just like, why would you think I died? Because you stopped looking for me? Like, is this like, what do they call it? Object permanence, where if you like just don't see something, you think it's like doesn't exist anymore? Isn't that like what children have? And I'm like, no, I'm right here. Did I raise you well or what? It's such a wild thing to say. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a thing people say. I've never said that to someone. I thought you died? Like, what? It's kind of weird. Like, what if I did die? What? Then it wouldn't be so funny. All right. Okay, we're back on track. You spotted the thermal. Snapchat, final shades confirmed. Oh my god, I was so sick. So I just remember being sick last week. I still kind of have it in my throat. Yes, I was doing the Skittle swatch. I was shooting it, or trying to finish it. Leak week, where it all comes together. I love seeing you guys put all of our emails together, because then it gives me like a lovely recap of what we just did. And it's just, every time I look at it, I'm just like, wow, that looks really good. Like I haven't seen it before, you know, as it came through from the team and went through approvals. But like, I love seeing it again. I can't stop seeing it. I love the purples, the greens, the gifting, the dipping, and the dip your thumb in the water, the nail file, the pouch stands out to me. The nail polish on the plants. That, you know, yeah, some things are just sacrifice in the name of beauty. What do you want me to do? Call the police? Call the police. Where did you get your shirt? It's from Free People. It wasn't free though. I bought it from people, I guess. Okay, the visuals for this were beautiful, like stunning, so pretty, but also a little like mysterious at the same time. I loved the art direction for this. The idea, shouts out to our content creation team, like dripping the polishes off the leaves of the plants, and oh, like that purple Flake taco shot. I just want to like put my head under the leaf and have it fall on my face. Don't do that. Nail polish is not skincare. But like, that's where my head goes. What is wrong with me? I'm like, yeah, throw it on me. Give me a flower crown and pour the polish on me. Yeah, it really did turn out super stunning. They're quite magical. I wish nail polish, grew in the garden, but anyways. Ah, aha. I see what you're doing. Elimination. You're like, what won? What got voted in? No super carton. This is quite impressive. How did you even make this animation? That was crazy. I'm watching that again. Okay. Those were the prototypes presented. You know what was eliminated based on that. You're piecing the pieces together. Finding evidence on my snapshot that you screenshot. I see everyone who screenshots, by the way. If you screenshot my snapshot, it tells me. And you cracked the case. The secret garden is not so secret anymore because Holo Detectives are here to report. Good job. And here, I just want to go back to what was missing or what was eliminated. So let's just pause there. So this is just what I showed you, right? The prototypes that didn't make it. But there was a lot more, to get. There's like different variants of similar things. But yeah, we lost that kind of lilac. We lost the purple holo glitter. I did like that rich holo purple glitter. It was much more cool tone than like Inside Job, for example. This one I love. Was it MF2? Yeah, MF2. That purple micro metallic foil flake. Like stop bugging, but purple. One day, like that one has to exist somehow, somewhere. But I totally still agree with like the purple flake taco being the winner here. It just felt like too much to do two metallic purples in the same collection. Also, that's why we pitted them against each other. It's like, which one do you prefer? But it is a totally different vibe, and I do like it. Sorry. At some point, I will probably release a purple metallic. I like it, and I know enough of you do too, but just not for now. I know justice for, is it MF2? I think so. Yeah, some more greens were shown, so that's why it looks like a lot were lost, but that's just, we gave you more to choose from. The other crushed holo ones, I don't think we need those. I think the blue was the right choice, if I'm being honest. I kind of liked the linear pale green, but it was not voted highly. Like crushed holo won over it easily. I don't know why. Maybe it was like, maybe people were really into crushed holo. What time of year was that? I'm like trying to think. Sometimes it's like a relevancy thing or a recency bias. So if like something was recent and people were like, oh, I liked that, right? MF2 is a good declassified contender. So we are supposed to be working on declassified now, which is quite annoying because it's April. And I'm like, I don't want to think about that now, but like, we have no choice. Like, it should have been done yesterday. Is it too soon to go on declassified? I also have there's something in 2027 that I could see that a purple metallic foil flake fitting, or sorry, not foil flake, but purple metallic microfoil fitting it. So I don't know. It depends. If I could work it better into something in 2027, then I might do that rather than put it declassified. But this is an option. The option's still open. So many possibilities. What's declassified? At the end of the year, typically, every year, we have polishes that were rejected from prototypes, whether it was me rejecting them or Holo Royalty Collection rejecting them. And we go over collections and rejected prototypes and comb through them and pick some that should have been saved. Whether it's because you guys called them out to us and told us through behind the scenes content comments that like, no, justice for XYZ prototype. Or me and the team really were like, fuck, this one should have come out. Or it just didn't fit in the collection at the time, warranted for whatever reason, but like it deserves justice. So declassified has been giving us, at least for the past few years, an opportunity to save polishes that just didn't make it in the collection, not because they were like bad or bad quality or whatever. It's usually just like they didn't fit the vibe, or they weren't voted on, or they felt like slightly too similar to something else around that time. But time moves forward, so we'll see. We are working on declassified. Usually there's like not really a theme because the whole point is just random shit we didn't release but like we like. So let me know, what do you want to classify? It won't be all of these because then it would just be a royalty part 2. All right. Discord votes. Voted best selling by the Discord. Okay, let's see how right you are. You are not correct. Because actually No Apologies was the best selling. But I would have agreed with your vote. Like in my forecasting, I also thought Purple Flake Taco would be the best seller purely because it is a topper. And that is historically what always happens when it comes to Holo Taco launches, where one of the X amount of shades is a topper. So this was surprising to me too. Voted favorite by the Discord is No Apologies. Voted least favorite is, I'm sorry. Discord thinks that Purple Flake Taco was the best selling, but the least favorite. So you really hate the norms, huh? You're really like, we go against the grain in the Discord. We actually hate what is gonna be the best selling. Really? That's great. I don't believe you. You're just talking shit. That doesn't even make any sense. You're wild. Voted worst selling by the Discord? Okay, you're right. That it was Sage the Day. Yeah. Purple usually sells better than green, on average, if I take out tone and nuance. Discord is full of quirky girlies. We're just honest. Sure. You're just talking sparkly shit, actually. Yeah, I'm aligned. Discord does not like the normies. No, they don't. This is who gave us the bonus. I'm not even gonna say what that is. From the Shrimply Mart. Who was that man? Or is that Shrimply? Okay. Holo Royalty Garden Variety Collection. What is this? Your order? Yes. I agree. Oh, the bonus. Is this live updated deck? From, I guess, the beginning of stream? I have not debriefed with my team. I've been here for the last 3 hours. So I don't even know the details of what happened. But yes, it looks like there was a blip with some of the discount bundling. So at some point, maybe people were getting an extra discount and then the team was able to fix it. But the temporary fix might have been taking off the bundle discount and then getting your royalty discount. And I think they fixed it back to what it was supposed to be. But apologies for the confusion. Sometimes these things just happen when they happen. And if you have any questions about your order, of course, reach out to Holo Taco customer service, support at Holo Taco, and they will help you out. But it's unfortunate, but it's okay. And if you got like an extra bonus discount that was our fault, you're welcome. It's on me. Question: is the nail file like Sophia's, where one side is not a file, or are both sides fileable? They are. It's a both side double-sided file. The only reason why Sophia's black nail file was single-sided was because to make that black glass, that's how it had to be. Because the transparent glass is what gets etched on both sides, but to give it the color of black, it was not possible for it to be black etched because it had to be painted, which has to show through from the side in which it is not etched. Does that make sense? So it's just Sophia's file because it was black. She needed a black, like all black file. The Holo Royalty one is exactly like our other files. Why is that song playing? Okay. That's all from us. Thank you, Simply and the Holo Taco team. Shout out to our mods, the warehouse, and customer service. Bingo is available here. I will put it in the chat if you want to play it with me. And I'm just going to turn on. All right, let's play bingo. Bingo's in the chat if you want to play. Sprouting Detectives. Okay, this was made by our community. Huge shout out to those who contribute to the bingo. That's in the Simplynailogical Discord server and our wonderful Discord mods who help manage your sprouting chaos, especially during launch season. Let's see. Polish bag comparison. I mean, you don't really need one. Like, we do nail polish comparisons. You really need me to hold this up to silver? I mean, I did in the slides. Does that count? I think so. I had the purple slide on it, right? That counts. Okay, future leaks. What did I say? I don't remember. What did I say? Wait, I did talk about... I did say something moody. I said something moody. Something about glitter? Something about Sophia. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Technical difficulty? Yes. The checkout. Or the discount. RIP. Sage a day worst seller? What the fuck? Why? Like, there's so many people out there who are like, oh my god, give me pastel muted green with a spunky edge. What is this? An ugly polish sells out. Bingo! Wow, I got like 5 for 5. First go. Yes, sparkly shit sold out in like the first 10 minutes. Something royal sells out. No, we did good. Thank God, no one is mad at me for now. Right? Yes, we are still all in stock for the new stuff. Yes, okay. Phew! Launch video takes 25 minutes. Did it? Probably. Chat complains about choices made. I don't think so. You know, I really appreciate that this chat generally isn't, like, upset. Unless we're playing video games. and I hate Chloe. But it's more like you're advocating for the polish that, like, you wished was chosen. You know, you're like, justice for MF2 or whatever. Like, that's fine. That's not the same thing as complaining. I do think there is a difference. You complain in your heads, that's respectful. We just want it all fair. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. I welcome that. I welcome any of that. I don't think there was complaining this time. Wow, amazing. I love raising my children right. Okay, no X. Simply's headband falls. No, I stapled it into my head. Detective slides, done. Fake plants. Well, in the set there was. So I'll say yes. Mood boards, yes. New polishes released, yeah. Thank you. Free. Ben Farrell chats, yes. Favorite shade pull, bingo. Again, what do I win? Haha, this song. Yeah, this is the supermarket theme song. I like it though. Featured guest is still in stock. Don't forget to add her to your bag. For a sweet discount. If you're Holo Royalty, you get 20% off. There she is. Royalty not courtroom themed. Correct. We changed it as your data came through and evolved the concept. Purple Flake Taco bestseller? No. Tier explanation? Yes, I went over that quickly. Tier pull? Yes. 90% of this chat is Holo Royalty. Polish combos we did for Purple Flake Taco. Showed you some options. Someone asks if launch is limited. Absolutely. And I answered the question. And I got bingo again. Sally reference. Sally has just become like the representative for all mainstream drugstore type nail polish. I just say Sally. What up, Sally? You guys, are they still here? Shade comparisons, of course. Something retired sells out. Someone said Sunshine crushed it. I wasn't paying as close attention, but doesn't surprise me. 5 bingos, double bingo. Oh, wow. This is like a big-ass bingo day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost, no, 5. I have 5 bingos? What do I win? I think this is a record. Like, I've never had 5 bingos before. Crazy. I have 6 bingos. I cannot count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're right, I do have 6. Damn. What do I win? Like, you guys, well, I don't know. What does anyone win? Life. We win at the Garden of Life, okay? Because we gotta look up and out. We gotta look at the positives. We gotta think about sprouting. About planting seeds. I don't like the sound of that. Seeds of the mind, I mean. Like, plant good things, grow good vibes. It's all we can do in this life. We win a Holo royalty discount. There you go. As long as you're logged into your account on www.holotaco.com. All right. Well, this was fun. I'm very excited to see everyone get their collection in the mail. And just another casual reminder, if you purchased the bundle, which I know most of you did, or the bag itself, there's just a little bit of a setback. So that's going to be a 2 to 3 week fulfillment timeline at most. And we're just saying that. I know it's like not even that far off from the 8 to 10 day at most usual fulfillment during big launch window that we typically will always say. But it's just like there was a risk of it being a bit longer, so just wanted that transparency. So don't worry if your shipping confirmation hasn't come in 8 to 10 days, as long as it hasn't been 2 to 3 weeks total, not counting business days. If you ordered something with this in it, then that is normal for right now. Just ran into a little hiccup, but all is good. I'm very excited for you guys to get your Holo Royalty collections and, go sprout of control. I'm still cold. And everything you got on sale. And don't forget, the loyalty sale continues until Monday. So tell your friends who might be in the Holo Taco loyalty tiers if they love Holo Taco, and or if you're in Holo Royalty and like want to do some shopping for your friend, get paid back, whatever, or it's their birthday coming up, whatever. You can continue to do so on anything on our store, excluding new products, for up to 20% off if you're Holo Royalty until Monday. And then the sale will end. And then we will not have another sale. I repeat, Holo Taco rarely does sales. Like, rarely ever. Occasionally, maybe there's like a random mystery polish promotion or like a free X with X or something. But generally speaking, we don't do big sales like this. So 20% off for Holo Royalty on everything. Except, like, yes, the super new stuff. Is extremely rare. The next time we do sales like close to this would be like Black Friday time of year, which isn't for like 8 months, 7 months. What timeline is it? Like, it's a long ass time. So this is it. This is the sale weekend. If you've been looking to stock up on stuff, get stuff from previous collections from earlier this year that you were missing, get backups, get doubles, get gifts. This is it. Until Monday. And yeah, excited to see what people are picking up. So a huge shout out to Holo Royalty for designing this super cute, lovely garden variety collection. I'm really feeling the garden vibes, and I don't even garden because I'm a hand model. And with that, Menchie Gang, I will see you tomorrow for your exclusive member stream tomorrow, 2 p.m. Sunday. It's on the membership tab. And for everyone else, I will see you on Wednesday if you want to join us for episode 3 of Life is Strange Reunion, and or next Saturday when we'll do something. Maybe we go back to the kitchen. We could do kitchen or nails. I'll think about it. We got a week. And again, apologies. I know I missed some super chats, but it's almost 3 p.m. It's almost 4 hours. I gotta go. I got a garden to tend to. A garden of food. I gotta eat a smoothie. All right. Thank you guys. And another big welcome to our new stream mod, Amateur Nail Art, who helped out. And thank you for hanging out with her and going easy. No attacking the mods. We appreciate all the mod love. Let's get some mod love emotes in chat. There we go. And with that, thanks so much for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Bye, lady.